Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Bahadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect of Israel. A few brothers here from the GMS Atlanta ZionisnearBA camp. We're part of the Great Millstone Atlanta camp. And just coming to you on another day, chanting down Babylon, because that's what needs to be done. Because this place is falling, and you should be able to see it. There is a ton of stuff happening. Well, I think we're basically what we just saw this week with what's going on in Minnesota and what's going on in Venezuela, as well as basically the Western Hemisphere. I think we're watching the beginnings of both internal war and the beginnings of external war. So civil war here within the US and World War III, because what we just saw in Venezuela is involving the whole world and it's expanding. It's going to go to, sounds like it's going to Greenland next, or maybe Colombia, or maybe Mexico, but this is expanding, and there's powers that have a say in how this is expanding and how this is going, and it's all going to lead up to World War III. Obviously, we have to have the mark of the beast come out first, the micro C-hip, that RFID micro C-hip. But from there, all these things are going to get going, and we're watching the beginnings of this. And so if we could get that 2nd Ezra 16, Baba Kashaw.
Yeah, this is 2nd Ezra 16, verse 18. It says, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear.
Yeah, this is the beginning, because we're in a time of war. There's a time for peace, there's a time for war, as it says in Ecclesiastes 3rd chapter. And we're coming into that time of war. And the Lord is going to unleash plagues on this place, just like he did previously in Egypt when he was coming to deliver his people. And he's coming to deliver his people again. We're not even going to be talking about ancient Egypt, because this deliverance is going to surpass everything that happened back then. But we're at the beginning of it. We're at the beginning of these plagues. We're at the beginning of war. We're at the beginning of famine. This is all coming. Finish off.
It says, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are set as scourges for amendment.
Yeah, so we're not even there yet. But the Lord, being full of mercy, tender mercies, he's still extending his hand. He's allowing people to still have a chance to turn back to him, to repent, come back to him before all these plagues come. They're here for you to notice and see that the world ain't right, and that things ain't right, and that you need to come back to him for that protection. That's the only way you're going to be protected in these times through these plagues, is if you have that name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. You got the holy name. If you have the Holy Spirit that comes with it, that's the only way that you're going to be able to get out of this, through the deliverance. Because ultimately, America, Babylon the Great, gets nuked. Only way out's up. Only way out's that great deliverance up in the clouds. That's the only place to be safe. Because nukes are going to fly everywhere too. You don't know where, so you might try to run to Argentina or something. Argentina might get hit on some, just missile flies over there just for you because you tried to run. You don't know. You gotta go back to the Heavenly Father. That's the only way out of these plagues that are coming.
I got a quick word. Yeah. Because the scripture said that these scourges are sent for amendment. The word amendment on the etymology online says betterment or improvement. And these scourges, famine, plague, death, all these are done for the betterment, so that our people can begin to open up their eyes, because only through, pain and suffering can some of our people finally see, that these are plagues being sent by Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, as the brother's going into.
Yeah, and these are basically birth plans before Yahweh Shai comes forth. And you should be able to see this. But let's switch it up and think about what's going on in Minnesota. It's pretty crazy. It seems like it's the beginning of civil war. here within Babylon the Great.
Right.
And Yahushua told us this was going to happen. Satan's going to turn against Satan. And how can his kingdom stand if he's this divided? And it's happening. We're seeing it. But we don't know if this is a natural event or not. You're seeing some weird signs around it. Like this, that event that happened, it was off of 33rd and 34th Street. That's one thing. They're always pushing those 33s. She was in a Honda Pilot.
Oh, yeah,
and if you think about pilots in TV and sitcoms, it's like a test show to see how audiences are going to react. And you know the world is a stage, so they're seeing how audiences are going to react. The guy that the murderer, he had just previously had somebody run him over in a car and he got 33 stitches. So you're seeing these numbers, and then you think of her name. It's like Renee Nicole Good. Renee is from Renaissance. It means rebirth. Just like Renaissance means rebirth. It's like the female name of it. And so Esau, he's got all his occultic ideology, and he always believes in the phoenix. He believes they're gonna burn this place, and it's gonna burn down to the ashes, and they're gonna rise out like this bird. But no, this is our Renaissance. Esau, we are rising up, and you are going down. 2nd Ezra 6 and 9. Esau is the end of the world. Jacob's the beginning of it that follows, and we're watching your world go down, and a lot of it is speeding up because of you, because of your moves that you're making. It's not making sense, Esau, and people are seeing this.
I was gonna say something right quick with that Minneapolis thing. It seemed to me they showed one picture of the victim, and then they had another picture. She was much more fatter than what she was, man.
Yeah.
They have different photos of the so-called victim, man.
Yeah.
It's a whole psyop, a whole
It
show.
is. It is. It's a one of them FS.
False flag, yeah.
Yeah. Or French fry.
Or just like that Jake that just supposedly stabbed that Edomite woman on the train.
Yeah.
That was fake as hell, man.
And then things come out about it. But these things rise up emotions. People are getting emotional about what is going on. And they're seeing that, and they're talking about bringing weapons now to these different protests, and eventually things are going to get kinetic. People are going to start touching each other because of these events that are happening. And I do have to say, put that little Yachty song in my head this whole week thinking about it. Cold like Minnesota. And it's just like ice is out there. It's cold up there. He shot her in the face. It's cold in Minnesota. You need to stay up out the streets. You can't take the heat. But I digress. But yeah, that's all going down. It's going down up there. But we are not ignorant of Satan's devices. If some broke, pull that up, and then we're gonna switch it up.
I have one prescription.
Yeah, let's get it.
Psalms 49 and 11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names.
Yeah, you got it.
And you were going into that earlier, basically just that greedy spirit of Esau and how he's going after all these lands. He wants to take control over everything, especially in these last days. And it's not going to work. Okay, it's just the devil, being the devil, trying to hoard all the resources to himself. But
Yeah.
it's prophecy.
Yeah, they really think that they could just continue on forever. But they've done too much. They've done way too much. And as it says in Sirach, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another.
That's right.
This is coming. You have done too much, and you're going down. This is your downfall. This isn't your renaissance. You've had a renaissance already. You can't have a second rebirth.
Right.
What are you even thinking? What are you thinking?
That's crazy.
And this is ours. This is for us. But going back to that, he names his countries after his own name. We look at right here, Babylon the Great, America. It's named after Amerigo Vespucci, Italian cartographer. But to switch it up, we're going we just had this thing in Venezuela, and Amargo Vespucci actually named Venezuela after Venice. He called it Little Venice. And so it's just another example of them naming places. And this has added to massive amounts of confusion because the scriptures have named everything. The Lord's named everything. The people of the Lord have named everything. But here comes Esau to turn everything upside down. He's switched everything all up. Massive confusion.
And I think America, it means bitter.
Yeah.
We're living in bitter times, man.
Yeah. And it's just been bitter for us all throughout the Americas.
Yep.
For the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, for the scattered all throughout the Americas, North, Central, South, has been a very bitter experience. Not that South and Central America overtake Babylon the Great here in the land of the North, but all around has been bitter. And down there in Venezuela, Little Venice, they're having a bitter time right now with what's going on. And to get into some of these policies that have been crafted to allow Esau to go take lands, we're going to talk about the Monroe Doctrine. And the Monroe Doctrine came about back in 1823 through James Monroe, 5th president of Babylon the Great. And it all went into, at the time, we just won the war 1812 against the Brits, or Babylon just won that. White House got burnt down, but it was kind of giving America a name for itself. Like, oh, they took this superpower again for the second time. And so it's adding to the name and clout of Babylon the Great. But same time, what's going on down south in South America and Central America, there were rebellions against the European colonizers over in Europe.
Yep.
And these things are going on. And here in America, these Edomites here, they're like, oh man, there's too much stuff going on in our backyard, because they just consider this all their backyard. So they were trying to tell Europe, no, you can't come over here anymore with the wars. Yeah, keep your colonies that you already have, but stop establishing new ones. And then Russia came. Russia found territory in Alaska, went all the way down through China. I mean, not through China, but through Canada, and through all the way down basically to Oregon. And they tried to stop sea passage in the northern Pacific from Oregon on up. And these Babylonian Edomites didn't want to have that. And so they had the Monroe Doctrine, which was established to not allow any more colonization here on the Western Hemisphere. And just to back up the point, read about it.
So this is a ChatGPT search. It says, explain Monroe Doctrine, including the Roosevelt Corollary and how it relates to manifest destiny and modern U.S. foreign policy. And the first point is the Monroe Doctrine, which you just went over.
Yeah.
It says the core idea of the Monroe Doctrine was President James Monroe. He declared that the Western Hemisphere was closed to new European colonization, and that any European interference in the Americas would be viewed as a threat.
Yeah. So, you know Babylon, they're always trying to seem like the good guy. So with the Monroe Doctrine, they actually gained the favor of South America. It's like, hey, we're trying to protect you guys. We're trying to look over you guys. And so we're not going to let the bad guys over in Europe come over and bother you anymore. We got your protection. So it seemed all nice, and it cut off any more exploration over here and gave it to America. But this all goes into a policy. A doctrine makes for a policy. And so let's get this Daniel 8.
Daniel 8:25, and through his policy, also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand.
Yeah, through his policy. The Monroe Doctrine is a part of his policy. And it's also part of his wine. These are philosophies on why this devil spreads himself like he does, which really it all goes down to him just being greedy and covetous, but he likes to explain it so he still seems like the good guy.
Yeah.
And all this. And then craft. Yeah. Well, you grab that word craft in the blue letter for that Baba Kashaw. Because through his ways, these different doctrines he's pushed out, like the doctrine of discovery, manifest destiny, the Monroe Doctrine, which eventually takes in the Roosevelt corollary. These are all his policies, his doctrine that he's pushed out, his wines. But here's the word craft.
This is the word craft. In the Hebrew, this is it says maramah, which is deceit and treachery.
Yeah. So this devil, as it says, his words are smoother than butter. He's been able to use his fancy, smooth-ass words to make people okay with him establishing himself in places that he doesn't belong, and keeping not at home. And this has just all been wine, but it's all just spread his deceit, his craft.
Pseudoscience.
His what?
Pseudoscience.
Yeah, his pseudoscience. He's used all these things to make himself seem like the good guy in these things.
Yeah, because when you did in Venezuela, man, he said you so-called Venezuela, the tribe of Asher, you was up there thugging it out, up there in Aurora, Colorado. You was up there in Chicago.
Yeah.
Thug Fizzle. He made you look like the T word, and then that led him to go down to Venezuela and do what he had to do.
Yeah, they've been putting propaganda out on you guys for a while, which Venezuela, Asherites, he's always the accuser of our brethren. He's been categorizing us for a long time. Because eventually, Jacob's trouble has to come, and it's hitting you already down there. It's been hitting really for a long time because your currency's crashed down there. You hear about all the awful things, like it's worse than the Weimar Republic you kind of hear about. And yeah, it's just gonna keep increasing and increasing until this devil goes down. But yeah, finish that up. Or finish that Daniel out.
This is Daniel 8 and 25. I'm gonna start at the top again. It says, and through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall he destroy many.
Yeah, he's gotten prideful, more and more proud, because these policies, his philosophies, his wine he's been able to just go. Nobody said anything to him. He's just been able to grow and grow, take more and more, get more resources, and nobody stopped him. So he's grown extremely proud.
Yeah, if I can say right quick, like with the war in Afghanistan, Panama deception, the president went to national TV to say, hey, look, this is the problem. Right now with the guy number 47 in the office, he just went ahead and did it.
Yeah.
He just shoot first, ask questions later. That's what he basically did, man.
Yeah. They say in the Marines, kill them all and God will sort them out. Yeah. Finish that.
Okay, come on. Yeah, it says, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand.
Yeah, you guys are gonna try to fight the Lord, and that's crazy. That's real crazy. Which you're sixth branch of the U.S. military? Sixes everywhere, because you're that man. You are that man. But go back to that. Oh, you had a precept?
Yeah, just a quick one. This is Micah 2 verse 1. It says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds while the morning is light, because when the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. And all of this, it points back to one specific group of people. And that's a cut for all these Christians or these camps saying that Esau can't be saved, man. Because everything that this brother's going into, it has all been done by one specific group of people, the self-proclaimed whites, man.
Yep. Yeah. Who else are the colonizers? It's them.
The Arabs.
Yeah, it ain't the Arabs.
The Arabs.
It ain't Moab, the Chinese. They didn't make white Jesus. Come on.
Right.
Come on. Keep going. Yeah, hit Manifest Destiny button for sure.
Fine. This is Manifest Destiny around the 1830s to 1890s. And the core idea, it says, the belief that the United States was divinely ordained to expand westward across North America.
Yeah. And that's actually true. You were divinely ordained to spread all the way across Babylon the Great. You're divinely ordained to spread yourself all the way around the earth. You did have a blessing, the fatness of the earth. And you got it. And you also got the blessing of the sword, in which this is how you were even able to do that in the first place. Cool, man. That was so cool. You got it.
I just heard something.
It just jumped up really high.
And nigga on.
That was weird.
Fucking dope.
He was doing crossovers before he walked up.
Shit.
Standing there.
Fighting demons.
Just
Taking the
random
demons
niggas,
to the
weird
rim.
niggas,
You got it.
It says how it connects to the Monroe Doctrine. Monroe Doctrine said that continental defense from Europe. That was the purpose of the Monroe Doctrine. And then Manifest Destiny is continental expansion by Americans.
Yeah. So the Monroe Doctrine gave them an area. It gave them a space, the Western Hemisphere. And then Manifest Destiny told them to basically go forth and conquer. Yeah, take it. And they were telling their people this is divinely inspired, which it was. So go forth. And they got all this imagery to it. They'll have this like white ghost lady going out before the what do you call those prairie carts? Those wagons, yeah, the prairie wagons. You know, from Oregon Trail. It used to get flooded and sunk and stuff. But this was a big thing in theirs. And they still it even transformed into what they call the white man's burden, where they thought they were supposed to go spread themselves to bring civilization to the uncivilized. We all needed civilization from the least civilized people of all time, from the basest of men.
That's right.
Nobody needed you.
Yeah.
But it's all divinely ordained. You were right about that. It's manifest.
Yep. It said Manifest Destiny applied Monroe's logic inward across the continent, while Monroe applied it outward against Europe. So they it was like a tactic pretty much for America to be able to expand, but keep Europe out.
Wait, I got a precept.
Yeah, just a quick precept, because all of this was based upon prophecy. This is Revelation 6 verse 4. It says, and there went out another horse that was red.
Oh, who was red? Esau.
Yup.
Esau, the first came out red all over, like a hairy garment. Red.
And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth.
Yeah. Horses signify power. You got horsepower. And they went out. The Lord gave the earth into their hands. Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? The Lord gave them power to do this and to go out with their sword. They went out and they spread themselves. Manifest destiny through the Monroe Doctrine.
I got that word given here too.
That's good.
Because these people, they believe that they did this thing on their own. No, this thing was given to you. It says allotted, predestinated, man. And that's exactly what the brother said. This was predestinated according to Genesis 27. He was blessed with the blessing of the sword, man.
That's beautiful. Because it was your manifest destiny, but there's two sides to every coin. Right. For every action, there's an equal or opposite reaction. Right. Duh, you teach that in schools. Of course there's a retribution for the things you've done. You've committed blasphemy. You can't be forgiven for that. You have touched the apple of the Lord's eye through your pushing your civilization on everybody. You messed up and things are coming back for you. But you think you've got a rebirth coming?
Yeah.
No.
Right.
No.
Read what you saw.
Yeah. It's now it's done, it shall be done. That's in your book, Esau. In Obadiah, that's your book. That's for you. Read that.
A bedtime story.
Nightmare story.
Point 3 is the Roosevelt corollary. The core idea says President Theodore Roosevelt reinterpreted the Monroe Doctrine to justify U.S. intervention in Latin America.
Yeah. So through the Monroe Doctrine, which I think is funny because God Emperor Nero has been putting out that it's called the Donroe Doctrine now because he's a complete megalomaniac, and everything's centered around him. So it's the Donroe Doctrine currently, but the Roosevelt corollary, this goes into, and you probably learned it in school, in like 4th grade. This goes into Roosevelt speaking softly but carrying a big stick. This is big stick policy, and this is where they use the U.S. Navy as that big stick. And so this is actually the beginning of them going from with the Monroe or the Donroe Doctrine, going from being this protective force to being this policing force. And so they were there to police all the Western Hemisphere. Big stick policy. And even corollary. You want to grab that in the etymon.
Well, corollary?
Yeah, corollary. Has everybody got it? I should have mentioned it already. Or I can even tell you what it means, but
Corollary.
I'm gonna let you, yeah.
Corollary in the Edamon Online says a proposition inadvertently proved in proving another.
So if you do one thing, this other thing happens. You got it.
It says a deduction consequence.
A consequence. The Roosevelt consequence. And that consequence is going to be met with the big stick. So we go back to ChatGPT because it goes a little further into it.
Right. Back in this Roosevelt corollary, it says Roosevelt's argument: if Latin American nations were unstable or unable to pay debts, European powers might intervene. So the U.S. would intervene first to stabilize them.
Yeah. And so at the time, I think it was Nicaragua that defaulted on some debt. Is it
One of the examples, yeah.
It defaulted on debt to European power, and they were all about to come over here and start something about it. And Roosevelt's like, no, we'll get your money back for you. And so that started the corollary, the Roosevelt corollary. Keep reading.
And you made a good point. It says it in here. The Roosevelt corollary: the U.S. will actively. It says will actively police the hemisphere. Basically, telling Europe to stay out and America do all the work in the hemisphere.
Team America World Police. You grab Hammer of the Earth, Jeremiah 50, because this is the beginning of Babylon being that hammer of the whole entire earth. From trying to pretend like they're a protective and benign force to growing out there with a big hammer, with that big stick. Because you are the sword of the Lord. You want to grab Psalm 17. But yeah, this is pretty much villain origin story for Babylon the Great. Through their wine, through their philosophies, they've been able to become the ultimate villain on this planet. But they've been able to write themselves as like nice, decent people.
Yep, I got those Psalms.
Yeah, let's get it.
Psalm 17 and 13. Arise, O Lord Yahweh. Oh. Arise, O Lord Yahweh. Disappoint him. Cast him down. Deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword.
Yeah, the wicked, according to Malachi 1 and 4, are the Edomites, so-called Caucasians and tiny tops. They're all the same people, even though they want to pretend like they're different people. They're the same people,
Right.
And that is the wicked. That's the same people the earth is given into the hands of, and their elite is who we're speaking of. That's the That is the ire of our words. That is who we are speaking of. That's who's caused all these problems within the earth itself.
Oh shit.
And that is who the Lord uses as his tool to punish the nations. That is his sword. Teddy Roosevelt even said, speak softly, carry a big stick. That big stick's just another word for sword, basically. Got that hammer of the earth?
That's Jeremiah 50, verse 23, which reads, how is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken?
Yeah. And a big stick can still be used as a mashing weapon, just or a mashing tool, just like a hammer. They're both boom, 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 bash. Bash, break. And that's what they do. They go break the nations. They are that hammer. That's Team America World Police. And they police this earth.
When you go into that word, do you mind going to that word in the blue letter? Hammer. Yeah, it's just a word that's in the, I think it's the Hebrew lexicon, if I'm not mistaken. If we could just go to word in the Hebrew, and then go down. But yeah, that word, the word for hammer, yeah, we ain't gotta get it, but the word for hammer, it goes in the devastator. And you can clearly see that Esau is a devastator, man.
Yeah. Yeah. And as it says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. Everybody's mourning. It's no other option but the wicked being in power. This earth is polluted. There's war everywhere. Our food is defiled. Our air is defiled. People are defiled. Obviously, we're in the hands of the wicked. We are under their wicked rulership. And look who's at the top. Look who's at the top. That's the evil nation. That is the wicked. That is the sword of the Lord. That's the hammer of the whole earth. It's Babylon the Great. This is, got it.
This is Sirach chapter 10 and 2. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers, and what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein.
Yeah, so we have the most base, most wicked of people at the very top, those tiny tops. You see it starting with the Rothschilds as far as we know. And look at the people. They're completely confused. They're full of violence. They're full of, they're dumbed down. They have no idea what's going on. There's no righteousness within them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just exactly how the elite are. Except they're even worse. They're on like a magnified level of that. This is the reason that we have children going missing, because of them doing their sacrificing and their defiling of these children. They do this stuff. And we need a better world than that. We need to do better. That's insane that we have that for leadership here.
And they like to get on that movie like Apocalypto. In the Northern Kingdom, talk about how there was human sacrifice.
Yeah.
And while that may have been the case, you Edomites, you do that shit now on a whole different level. I'm talking about human sacrifice, you do that shit.
Yeah. They love to do that. Especially with the civilized stuff. Oh, they're over there warring and killing each other. What do you think you were doing in Europe? What do you think you did when you first got power under Alexander the Greek? And those 4 generals, they all just went to war with each other. You do that, Esau. Going into countries saying, oh, they're uncivilized, they're eating each other. You ate us. You ate us. There's a book called The Delectable Negro. You ate Nat Turner. You eat us. You would kill us and take our teeth and put them in your mouth. You're the first president of this place did that.
Fuck that man.
It's you. You are the problem of the whole earth.
Preserving your certain ligaments and loins and chopping off your rod and preserving it.
Sending them to people is like keepsakes and stuff. It's crazy.
They had a fucked up psychology, man. They did a lot of those things because they felt as if they was gonna get some type of basically spiritual power from Jake.
Yeah.
it's like if you're the superior race as you claim, why are you doing all that disgusting acts if you're supposed to be the greatest people on the earth?
Yeah. And that eating, you go into all these different cultures that eat each other. Like you look at Japheth over in the South Pacific Islands. They would eat each other in battle, and they thought that was going to bring on power, and that's onto themselves from eating their opponent. In which that's the exact same thing that you were doing, Esau, trying to eat us. You're trying to get that power of Jake all up in you, just like the Edomite woman tries nowadays. But
And even this Monroe Doctrine is basically white versus white.
yeah,
Europe versus America. And we want to talk about black on black crime.
go back to that Roosevelt corollary and keep reading.
In the Roosevelt corollary, it gives some examples. The U.S. intervened in Cuba, the Dominican Republic, Nicaragua, like you said, and Haiti. Creation of the U.S. role as hemispheric enforcer. This is where the doctrine becomes openly imperial in practice, even if not in name.
Yeah, so as I was saying, this is a villain origin story of Babylon the Great. And through this policy, he's caused his craft to prosper. So he's carefully put together these words on the paper to push his policy, his doctrine, and it came to where he had this whole sliver of the earth for him to control. And there's even a corollary that came before the Roosevelt corollary. I believe it's the Olney corollary, which basically they were stating that all of South Central America, all of the Western Hemisphere is basically Esau's backyard. And so this is, and that they were there to enforce it through policy, which goes into the Roosevelt corollary. But this is even how you get to nowadays. They didn't have to go to Senate or to Congress to declare war to go into Venezuela. They just said, oh, they're acting up and we have to go police this. You don't have to claim war on that. With Greenland, it's a part of the Western Hemisphere. And they said no more colonization. So they're trying to establish their policy. And you're looking at it, and they want dominance over all of Western Hemisphere to establish this NWO. They're trying to bring everything together. What do you call it when you bring everything together? I like that, coagulate, where it's all stuck together. And they're trying to push this out. And you're seeing the other nations rising up against it. If we could get that, in Jeremiah, I think it's 50, it says the nations have drank of your wine, now the nations are angry, they're mad. Because your philosophies have been pushed out, like this doctrine of discovery. And people are seeing that it was never on some on some protective stuff. It was on you policing, and eventually you spread this throughout the world. It's grown, it's exacerbated from you being the police of the Western Hemisphere to the police of the whole entire earth. And you're bringing your democracy, you're bringing your capitalism, you're bringing your alphabet lifestyles, you're bringing your feminism, you're bringing your disease and your vaccines and your all this stuff, but you're just as death and you're as hell. And all these things people are waking up to it, that it's not life, it's bringing nothing but death. Actually, grab that Habakkuk 2:5 first.
They do it in the name of Jesus.
Yeah, which is more your wine, because that's a lie. Judeo-Christianity is your ultimate wine. That's your strongest of drinks.
Yep.
And that is not going down well for people anymore. It's a lie.
Right. This is Habakkuk 2 verse 5. It says, yea, also because he transgresses by wine, he is a proud man.
Yeah, also he transgresses by wine. He is a proud man. Wines equal philosophies. These are all your philosophies you keep pushing out onto all of the nations. And they've drank it up. Hold that, the wine, the Jeremiah 50, the nations have drank of your wine. No, you got that one too. Okay.
I can get the Habakkuk.
This is Jeremiah 51 verse 7. Babylon, Babylon has been a golden cup in Yahushai's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad.
Yeah, Babylon has been a golden cup in your hand. This was the most looked after or sought after place of all time, really.
Yeah, it used to be called, like, back in the day, like the Golden City.
And it truly was back in the day. Before you saw up under his dress and saw how nasty it was, it was that golden city, that golden cup. It was a beautiful woman. That whore, as it's called in Revelation, but it's beautiful. People wanted to come here. This is destination number one, tourist spot number one, money-making spot number one. It was number one in everything. It's that golden cup in the Lord's hand. He rose this place up for a purpose.
Yeah.
And it pushed out massive amounts of wine, massive amounts of philosophies. None of it was good. None of it was ever good. Can they that are accustomed to doing evil do good? No.
Right.
It's all wicked stuff that they've pushed out. You got it?
Because typically with the wine, it's supposed to you're supposed to benefit from wine.
Yeah.
Or certain philosophies concerning laws and kingdoms.
Mm-hmm.
But in this case, what the brother was going into, it brought forth death. Nobody was able to build off of joining hand in hand with this devil. Not everybody feeling the effects. There's a cause and an effect in everything, man. The cause is Esau, and the effect is fucking hurtful.
Yeah. The effect is bloodshed, pollution, confusion, and just tears. This place sucks. Everything sucks.
Yeah,
Esau, you're a terrible ruler, and we're going to show you how it's done once Yahushua returns, Lord willing, and it's coming.
I got a quick preset.
Yeah, let's get it.
This is Isaiah 47 verse 12, because now these nations are no longer drinking of that wine. It says, stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries wherein thou hast labored from thy youth.
Yeah. Who started this nation? A bunch of Freemasons. Whole bunch of Freemasons started this nation. If you haven't realized, Freemasons are just sorcerers. I'm not talking about your local doctor or local policeman, or unless they're really high up. But your lower levels of this, they got no idea. Their eyes are shut. But your higher levels of Freemasonry are nothing more than just sorcerers. It's just a bunch of sorcery. And all your founding fathers were sorcerers. Look at the grid of Washington, D.C., the District of Columbia. It's just a witch's grid, a witch's map. You just see all this strange occultic symbols within it, within the grid of this nation's capital. This is a wicked place. Stand now with your enchantments. We know this is, in most brothers, you probably started waking up from seeing these imagery in these different movies, seeing these like pyramids and people covering an eye, and you're like, what is going on? You start searching and find it. You got it.
Hey, the pyramid on the back of the dollar bill. You know that.
Right.
Once I saw the curse in Deuteronomy 28 personally, the curse in Deuteronomy 28, and then the pyramid on the back of dollar bill. I'm like, hold up.
Hold up.
Why is there a pyramid with an eye on that shit? Like,
This isn't Egypt, but it is.
Egypt, yeah.
You Egypt.
But it is.
Then people coming up with all different types of ways to find certain symbols, the Twin Towers, the smoke, and the little owl. What the fuck is that all about?
Yeah.
The owl in the corner
Yeah.
playing peekaboo.
Because they're the ones that really see.
Yeah.
Moloch as well is the symbol of the owl.
Yep.
Because these are witches. It's crazy. We have to know about. We're supposed to truly see what wickedness does on this planet, but I'd rather not know about these things. But we have to, because you're wicked, and we have to expose you for being wicked. Esau. Spiritual wickedness in high places.
The brother, she brought up sorcery. All scriptures go back to Esau to prove to you that he is that wicked. He is that serpent. I want to get a word here, if I can. This is Genesis 3, verse 1. It says, now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which the Most High made. I'm not going to get that whole thing, but the word there is nachash, and that's to practice divination, as the brother said, man. that divination goes back to these Freemasons, as the brother's going into. He is that serpent, man.
Yeah, these are the sins of your youth, and they're all about to come back for you. Dirtbags. Yeah, Baba Kashaw.
Finishing off that Isaiah 47:12, it says, "If so be, thou shalt be able to profit. If so be, thou mayest prevail."
Actually started over because it even says thy youth from thy youth.
Isaiah 47:12. "Stand now with thine enchantments, and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be, thou shalt be able to profit. If so be, thou mayest prevail." You know,
You got it.
man, that's beautiful how this ties in with that Genesis 3, because this is falsifying and lying is how this bastard got unto the top. And as the brother was going into, all these nations have drunken from that cup, but now we are at the end where these nations like Africa, you know, these nations like Iran, they are no longer drinking of that wine. Why? Because the Most High is not working with this bastard, man. People can see through him. As the scripture says, "I have made Esau bare." That's all prophecy, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, that wine's spoiled. You got some air in these wine skins, and that wine is spoiled, and it's not going down like it used to. It's not tasting right, and immediately people are noticing that this is just bad wine. It's bad sorcery that you're putting out there.
Man,
So,
that dross is almost to the top of the damn court. Yeah. It's just a big bottle of fucking dross.
yeah, a bottle of dregs, and you're about to drink all of it, Esau. Ugh. Ugh.
Yeah, dreads. It's like,
I got scripture.
Yeah.
Romans 9:13, "As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated." And then skipping down to verse 17, "For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth." And y'all going into how that sorcery isn't working anymore.
Yeah.
Because ultimately it was the Lord's will for this kingdom to be risen up. And for a period of time, Baal was answering the phone. When these witches and warlocks, the people that founded this country, those left-handed entities was pretty much there because the Lord allowed it.
Yeah.
But now it's ceasing.
Yeah.
And the modern day Pharaoh's about to fall.
Yeah. Even
Oh no, I was about to say like even AI, because AI is really a demon. Even Elon Musk said that AI is speaking out against them, and they created it.
yeah.
Wow.
You know?
Yeah, that's
Through.
crazy word.
Yeah. I was talking to AI, and I was like, I've been talking to it a lot. It's kind of fun, but
Corner it.
yeah, and you could corner it into admitting,
Yeah.
Judeo-Christianity ain't nothing but Edomite supremacy. You could corner it into saying that. Yes, Judeo-Christianity ain't nothing but Satanism. It admits these things, and it used to actually say that you are the Edomites. Because who else could it be? You are the Edomites. And we're going to keep pushing that, letting you know more and more and more until you can't run away from it. Because as it says in Hosea, we're the people that are the sand of the sea, and you've been telling us that we're not the people of the Lord, but it's coming into the time where you're going to have to say
That's right.
that we are indeed the children of the Most High. We are. We match it. You don't match it. You match the children of Satan as you are. You know you are.
Trying to destiny swap.
Yeah, come on.
Right,
We don't
this-
want that.
It's obvious.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Come on, you're the devil.
Be the devil, bro.
Yeah.
Even a homeless person can tell you that the so-called white man, even though it's not about color, but the ones that are on top is the devil. Edomites.
Edomites. And yeah, it's not all about just color. Because even at our past Thursday camp, we had an Israelite foreigner come down. He just said, I'm just a redneck from Alabama, but we actually believe he's most likely a Jake. Most likely comes from somebody on this sign through his father's lineage. Because, yeah, we've been scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, so we are going to come back looking like all the other nations, but this thing is about bloodlines. The promises and the blessings go to one bloodline. not all of them. That's more confusion that you put out to hide yourself. But you can't hide no more, Esau. The man of sin is being revealed. You you had.
Oh, no, what you mean?
I wanted you to go back to that ChatGPT. Keep going.
So point 4 says relation to modern U.S. foreign policy. It says the Monroe Doctrine never disappeared, it evolves. And modern examples would be U.S. opposition to rival powers like Russia, China, and Iran gaining influence in Latin America and the Caribbean.
Exactly. And so but Babylon the Great just went down there into Little Venice, in Venezuela, and took their head of state, kidnapped them. They took some boats, they took some Russian boats, and all of this goes back to the Monroe Doctrine. That's why, God Emperor Nero mentioned it, in that it's called the Donroe Doctrine now, because powers were setting up here within the Western Hemisphere. They were in China. Moab was in Venezuela, harvesting resources. Russia had special troops down there. Setting up, training the Venezuelans. So they came in on this policy. On this policy, they went in and didn't have to declare war because it all goes into their policy. Keep going.
It says sensitivity to foreign bases, ports, or alliances near U.S. territory. Always mention how so and such is in my backyard. We got to handle this.
Yeah, and through this, they see the whole Western Hemisphere as their backyard, and really the world now, because they've expanded it to world relations, I should say.
Point B, intervention justified as stability. Roosevelt's logic persists in modern form. Intervene not to conquer, but to prevent chaos.
Yeah, smooth words.
Smooth words, yeah.
Smooth words. They're not going in there they're not going in to conquer.
It's the drugs.
They're going in to liberate, and they're going in to bring peace. As you keep hearing it now. What is his name? Pete Hedgehog. He keeps saying peace through strength. They got all these sayings, these buzzwords, these buzz sayings, but they're not really bringing peace. This is the man of sin. This is they went forth to conquer they brought war to this earth. They're not here to bring peace. So don't ever believe that. But they got these buzzwords to bring in their democracy, bring in their capitalism, to bring whatever philosophies they're trying to bring, so that they can destabilize your nation and liberate your resources. Yeah. And they make it all sound real nice, but it never works out.
Delusional.
You Venezuelans being all happy about them being there. Show me one nation that this has worked out for.
Right.
Like, look at the timelines. Look at Afghanistan. Look at Syria. Look at those 7 nations that they said they were going to conquer within this new American century. Look at them. Look at Libya. Libya was actually a very nice place. Free education for all. And now look at it. It is a waste. It's a wasteland. Look at Iraq. Look around. That's what's about to happen to beautiful little Venice, to Venezuela. About to be beaten down with that hammer of the earth.
Continuing on, it said they intervene not to conquer, but to prevent chaos, to stop rival powers, and protect economic or strategic interests.
Smooth words. Smooth words, just justifying their theft and robbery. The devil came not but to steal, to kill, and to destroy. That's what they're coming to do. This is the devil. They're coming to ruin your house. They're going to come step all over your couch, eat all your food, take your wife, take your daughter, and then occupy your home.
Obadiah about the grape gatherers.
Yeah.
They'll just come in and take every goddamn thing.
Everything. Every
Everything.
single thing. Yeah, let's get a precept.
This is Matthew 7, verse 16, because what the brother's going into, he is exposing this devil for who he is. It says, you shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes of thorns or figs of thistles? Verse 18. A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit, neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit.
You got it. That's a good
And the
one.
brother's going into it, and every evil thing has come from one specific group of people, whether it was them writing these unrighteous laws as to why they got to go and steal from you. I mean, think about it. They went and captured a president because he broke American laws. I mean, can that be done vice versa? Everything evil comes from this one specific group of people, and what we're here to, and what we're doing here today is we're casting this whore down through prophecy, man.
Yeah. And even going back to the witchcraft and the sorcery. That's even sorcery there. You see Maduro and all these symbols he's pulling out. He's showing you the Vesica Pisces, which is that I don't even want to do it. That vagina symbol they all do with their hands to make themselves seem like they know what they're talking about. But it's really just a symbol to the other elites, in which all these nations are confederate. They're all going to push that MOTB, and Maduro's just a part of it. You can see the symbology that they're doing there. But this Monroe Doctrine has allowed them to do it. Let's keep on reading a little bit more of that.
Point C says manifest destiny, and now it's globalized. It says manifest destiny didn't end, it scaled up.
It's scaled up. It's all around the world.
The old version, it says God ordained U.S. expansion across North America. The modern version, the U.S. has a mission to spread democracy, liberal order, and rules-based systems. This is sometimes called exceptionalism, the belief that the U.S. power is uniquely benevolent.
Yeah. And this even, I mentioned it earlier, the white man's burden. There's a poem written by Rudyard Kipling. He's the guy that wrote the Jungle Book. And he pushed this white man's burden. You see it evolve from back then where they're trogging over Africa as he goes into, to trogging over the whole earth and pushing their ways and their influence onto everybody on this planet. And if you don't like it, which this all goes into the image as well, they're pushing their image onto everyone. If you don't like it, you're not gonna make it. Yeah. What's coming up? You got it, Shalma.
Real quick. I know y'all was in Habakkuk, but I want to bring out verse 12, and I'm gonna go down to 15. It says, Habakkuk 2 and verse 12, it says, woe to him that buildeth a town with blood and establish a city with iniquity. Not only did you come in and take over and conquer lands, but you did it up with blood. You did it with iniquity. And I'm gonna go down to verse 15, and this is what happened once he took over these lands. It says, woe unto him that give his neighbors drink, that putteth the bottle to him and maketh him drunken. Also, thou makest look on their nakedness. And he did this. That's what he's doing now, and continue to do. Once he take over your land, he start forcing those philosophies on you, and continue to do it. Just like you was talking about the images, he's still pushing those images.
Yep.
You got it.
Yeah, that's a good one. You said you had a precept?
Yeah, because what that synopsis of the Monroe Doctrine, it talks about these Edomites have used the scriptures to overtake what they thought is theirs. This is Psalms 50 and 20. It says, these things hast thou done, and I kept silence. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such an one as thyself, but I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes, man.
Because sentence against an evil work does not come quickly. The hearts of men are setting themselves to do, keep doing evil. And that's exactly what's happened. You can break it down then. So I can.
Yeah, no, hey, yeah, come because you know these devils for the longest time they have used the scriptures to fulfill their NWO, man. But the Most High has kept silence, man. See, he thinks that well these Christians think that this is God's country. No, man. The Most High, he's gonna tear you down, man. As the scripture says, when he is about to fill his belly, then shall he throw them up, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm about to step down, but I just wanted to get this last little bit.
It says the big picture. Together, these ideas form a continuous chain.
Yeah. So the Monroe Doctrine, the doctrine of or the Manifest Destiny, Roosevelt Corollary, all go hand in hand and go into modern U.S. policy. They haven't gone away. These things are still here. They're just in a larger scale and done secretly now. Well, not even secret. They're talking about it.
Openly.
The Monroe Doctrine.
Yeah.
And they're trying to openly take all of the Western Hemisphere.
Yeah, yeah.
At least it's here. You got
I'm pretty sure the White House posted a picture of the Manifest Destiny.
yeah.
It was either the White House or something to do with like the government on a social media page. There's a picture of the Manifest Destiny voting.
That pic of Western Hemisphere with all American flags.
No, the one with the ghost lady. Just
They
I think
posted
the
that.
White
Wow.
House. I think the White House Instagram.
Showing them horns.
Yeah.
Wow.
Showing them horns.
It says together these ideas form a continuous chain. Defensive warning, then to territorial expansion, then to regional policing, and then to global influence.
Yeah. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked, covereth the faces of the judges thereof. It's all in your power right now. I want to finish Habakkuk 2 and 5 because we didn't finish that one, and then I'll step down right after.
Yeah, come. This is Habakkuk 2 verse 5 says, yea, also, because he transgresses by wine,
His philosophies, got it?
he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home.
He doesn't keep it home. He set up all these corollaries, these doctrines, these policies for him to not keep it home and for him to justify his covetousness and for him to justify him actually going out and taking stuff and still seeming like the good guy. He still seems like he's the good guy because he's protecting, he's policing, he's liberating your resources from you. You got it.
It says, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied.
Yeah, everywhere they go, they bring death, they bring disease, they take your stuff. Everything is death. His policies, his ways are death. Death. Alphabet lifestyle is death. That brings disease. Putting lady on a pedestal, this F stuff, this feminism, that is death. That kills families. That's plain and simple. It kills families. You've been tricked, ladies. His pollution brings death. It's destroying the earth. These philosophies, these other philosophies destroy people's minds. It brings death. Nothing good comes out of this. And he's insatiable. He can't stop. He can't stop. He has North America. The scriptures say before it was like Eden. This place is beautiful. It's full of resources. But he's like, nah, I need all of the Western Hemisphere. I need all of the earth. As you said earlier, gatherers would have come. Who would just stole what they needed. But Esau needs it all and then more. He's gonna come back next season.
And cannot be satisfied, but gathers unto him all nations, and heaps unto him all people.
And that's what he's done through his crafts, or through his policies. He calls his craft to prosper. And it's allowed all people to come up under the wings, under the eagle wings of Esau, Edom, and that end is coming. These people are uproaring over this. Yahweh Shah is about to come back. Go ahead and push out that MOTB
Please,
so we can get this over with.
Please.
Stepping down the water.
Yeah, we're just gonna shalom first and foremost. But we're gonna continue on what the brother was going into in the spirit. All right. He's showing his true colors. The devil is showing his true horns, and he's going to come down with great wrath. Actually, can you hold that on that as well? But let's continue on with that Obadiah. That's like it. Let me turn that off for you. There you go.
This is start at the top.
Con.
Obadiah, verse 1. The vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord power concerning Edom.
Concerning Edom. All right? Concerning the one who's in the ruler seat. Concerning the one who's, causing trouble upon all the face of the earth. All right? The one who separated us, castrated us, all right? Beating us to death, robbed us, getting richer every day. Okay? Yeah, concerning Edom. All right, matter of fact, can you get that in Job, the 9th chapter? The earth was given into the hand of the wicked, the Bakusha.
Oh, I'm holding that too.
Oh, you are? Oh, can you get that? Can you get that real quick? That's good.
This is Job chapter 9 and verse 24. It says, the earth was given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof.
Now, ultimately, the earth was created for the Hebrew Israelites, for us to dwell in, for us to flourish, for us to, multiply, bear fruit, increase. Now, of course, we fell away by going into these other, cultures and serving other gods, wood and stone. All right, that was one of the first commandments we broke, serving these other gods, man. All right, but in this case, now the earth has been transitioned to the hands of the enemy, the hand of the wicked. All right, and again, like the brother was going into, the brother Damayim, he can't hide his, his joy, his happiness, trying to come to you all calmly and sweet. Man, that's a wrap. You are the devil. Concerning Edom, concerning the individual who actually has the earth right now, the one who's actually in rulership. Edomites. You can't make that up.
On the red bus.
Yeah, on the all red bus. Okay, you got it. Oh, yeah, you got it.
It says the earth was given into the hand of the wicked.
And who gave Esau these resources? Who gave Esau the authority to rule? Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shah, man. The one that the whole world inwardly called God and Jesus Christ. Okay? The Heavenly Father's true name is Yahweh in the Paleo Hebrew, which is the pure language, okay? His name means he is or he exists. And the only begotten son name is Yahweh Shah. Alright? And as well, his name means deliverer or savior, because he's gonna come back to save us from this motherfucker, man.
Yes.
From this devil. From the wicked, man. Okay? You got it out.
It says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof.
Ain't no more hiding. Okay? There's no more covering up what you done. Alright? We see your footsteps, man. We see the certain patterns that you consistently did throughout history, man. Every step of the way. We see it. Once upon a time ago, it was a mystery, all right? Because of our hardcore slavery, because of our hardcore bondage. But now, hey, the Lord is breaking the spiritual chains off of us, man. All right? He's healing us. Now we can see.
Yeah.
Now we can see your fucking filthiness, man.
Yes,
now we can see the darkness of this society. Now we can see the rulers, who's ruling above us, man. There's no making these things up.
Yep.
No more bakery cookies. No more muffins. See, all this shit is not sweet no more, man.
Yeah.
Now we're about our Father's business. It's time, okay? And while in your rulership, all right, to this day, the Lord is revealing you, man. Simple as that. So you got it out.
Hey, can I bring something out?
Of course.
Quick. Psalms chapter 64 and verse 5, it says, they encourage themselves in an even manner. They commune of land snares swiftly.
Salakia, what type of manner?
An evil manner.
Because he's the fucking devil. Okay? This is the same individual who was with Jacob in the room. All right, who separated the bowels, different mannerisms, different meanings of life, man. You just a pure evil seed. Your lineage is evil. You got it out.
It says, they commune of land snares privately. They say, who shall see them?
Yeah, here it is. You're the ruler of the whole earth, and you still laying out traps and snares. Who in their right mind would be in the ruler seat and still trying to trap people? You're a fucking criminal.
Insecure.
Yeah. You're weak, you're feeble, you're insecure, okay? And all your glory and all your power, the Lord giving it to you, man. The pride of thine heart have deceived thee. The Lord's gonna drag you right back down, man. Okay? And that's the ultimate truth. That's why we continuously to see the US debt clock is just drastically going down. Okay? That's why we're seeing, Esau doing this. He's fidingling over here, causing this type of trouble, changing up these certain laws. All right? Draining these people out of their resources concerning war. Yeah, that's all you, Esau. Okay? You got it out.
That was it.
Con, can you actually reread that?
Come.
One more time.
Psalm 64 and verse 5, it says, they encourage themselves in an evil manner.
Yeah, it ain't like they're encouraging themselves to do better. They're not encouraging themselves to benefit us or try to allow us to flourish. Remember, this is our enemy. This is the same individual who hated us with a perpetual hatred. Excuse me. Okay, you got it out.
They commune of land snares privately. They say
They commune with one another. They actually sit down and talk about how can we mess these people up on the sign, man. How can we continuously cut them off from being a nation? For you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. It's going to continue to happen until they be taken out of the way. Okay? You got it out.
they say, who shall see them?
Yeah. And we are seeing you, man, through Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua, through our spiritual lenses. Okay? And now, starting with our apostles and elders, great millstone, all the way on down, we're preaching who you are. We're preaching, hey, watch out his filthiness. Watch out for his filthiness, man. He's not that same calmly individual. No, he's gonna hide that sword behind his back.
Yeah.
He's gonna try to greet you. He's gonna try to stab you, man.
Devil.
That's the devil. All right?
I got a precept on that.
You got it. You got it.
This is Sirach, or Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 10. It says, never trust thine enemy.
Never trust thine enemy. Okay? We don't trust our enemy, man.
Yeah, bro. Fuck that.
Okay? See, this message is for those who are still out there, man. Because it's still time to fish. Okay? There's still people out here who's putting their trust and they all into the society, all into the enemy. Trying to invite, Esau to be saved. That ain't gonna happen.
No.
Never trust thine enemy. I don't care, man, how many stimulus checks they give you. How many times they give you this type of benefit, SNAP benefit, that benefit, okay? You can't benefit nothing with this devil and rulership, man.
Yeah.
The only way for you to flourish, for you to increase in wisdom, knowledge, and understanding as a man, woman, and child is through Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua. Simple as that. All right? And how do we know? Look around you, man. There's testimonies coming out. Brothers getting out of this situation. There's true growth in Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua. You can't grow on trusting the fucking enemy. All you're gonna do is end up in a fucking ditch. Okay? Your pocket's gonna be through. Coughing up dust, man. Your clothes gonna be hanging out your ass, man. With this devil above us, man, there's no life. There's no real true benefits. Okay? You got it out.
It says, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
Yeah, so is his wickedness. All right? I know we all had that bike, that favorite bike we like to ride once upon a time ago, or whatever the case might be. Then when you start seeing it rust, you be like, oh shit. This bike coming to an end.
The chains get rusty.
Yeah, chains getting rusty, might snap off. Well, guess what? Just like you can see that rust, we can clearly see the rust of Esau, man. The wickedness of Esau. That's why that analogy is right there. That's metaphoric, and that's talking about Esau, man. Okay, he's gonna try to change up laws, try to throw out certain words to smooth you, to soothe into the ear. The aroma smells good, all right? Again, just so he can take that knife from his back and get you. That's who he is, man. That's his nature. The son of destruction, the son of perdition, okay? Not the son of, patting you on the back, helping a brother out, okay? So don't come up here with, oh, hey, my brother. You ain't, man, get the fuck on up out of here, man. Brother. Yeah. Hey, brother.
What's up, bro?
Get out of here, man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, who was reading, right?
Yeah, it's a
Got it.
little more. It says, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him.
Why are we consistently hearing scriptures like this? Him crouching down or humbling himself and things of such. That's the characteristics of his true identity. What are some of the ways of him humbling himself? Give you stimulus checks. Mm-hmm. Give you this, give you that. All right? Never trust thy enemy. You got it.
It says, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away.
Yeah. So, hey, man, get up out this whole delusion. Get up out this world, man. Once you do, man, then you can see, okay? No matter how well he look, you know, he tried to dress himself, he tried to speak, you're the wicked. And he's going to continue to do his wickedness, man, while he's in rulership. All right? Was that it on that? Come on. You have something, Shalom?
No.
Come on, you can bring that up.
I
You can go
got
back to Obadiah. Come on.
I got Romans 5 and 12, which reads, "Wherefore, as by one man sin entered into the world, and death by sin, and so death passed upon all men, for that all have sinned." You see?
Yeah. Oh, it's like it. And guess what? Just to throw in a balance, okay? We have the opportunity to swallow up death, man. All right, to have victory, okay? But you gotta let go of that trust or that love that you have for the fucking enemy, man. He's not our friend. He's not here to rescue you. We have a savior for a reason, and that's Yahweh Shai, okay? Hey, you got it, bro. It's like
Oh, it was all good. I was just going to bring out that by that one man, he brought sin into the world. Why? Because he was in direct disobedience. He was told one thing to do, and he couldn't even do that. So what did he do? He failed. Jealousy and pride and envy fell upon him. And then what did he do? He slayed his brother. And what? Then he was like, am I his keeper?
You're playing stupid.
Come on.
playing stupid. That's why the brother. Actually, can you go back? The part when you said the wiping glass, the buckle shot. You got to keep a keen eye, a single eye on this devil, man. Okay.
This is back in Ecclesiasticus 12 and 11. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass.
Continue on.
And thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away.
You can read that verse.
Verse 12. Set him not by thee,
Yeah.
at least.
But our people, they want to set this devil closer and closer to them, man. All right? But through Yahweh Bahashim Shah, we don't want this nigga close to us, man. He's a criminal. A smooth criminal. Okay? But he ain't so smooth no more.
He's a hairy criminal.
Yeah, he's a hairy criminal. Okay? You got it up.
It says, verse 12, set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place.
Yeah, because he's always looking to overthrow somebody. If it ain't you, it's somebody else. If it ain't somebody else, it's a damn animal. If it ain't an animal, it's something.
Something, bro.
Right.
All right? Yeah. But hey, the Lord gave him that capability. If you see all these things getting overthrown, no Esau did it.
Right.
Okay? You got it up.
It says, neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat.
Don't have no company with these devils, man. Okay? You know, you're going to lose your job if you don't take the jab. So be it. Nobody want to join with you in your union, your society. None of that shit, man. Okay? You got it up.
It says, and thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because at the end of the day, he said, Lord, come in the volume of a book. It is written of me. So yeah, come back to the word, man. Let's see that reader.
Hey, since you said that about the jab, I got to read verse 13.
Oh, you got it.
This is, because we know what the jab is leading to. It's leading to that MOTB. Verse 13, who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent?
Yeah, trying to charm you out of your right state of mind. All right, it reminds me of, y'all remember that Shrek? What's that individual name? Prince Charming? He always tried to use his beauty or his words, and then he'll backstab. That's Esau. That was an Edomite. Okay? You got it out.
It says, or any such as come nigh wild beast.
Mm-hmm. You got it.
Right, Esau's a beast man. You know, like it says in the movie Planet of the Apes, he's the beast man.
Yep. He acting like a beast. He's not a cordial individual. He's not an individual who's going to sit down and give you something for your spiritual, your mental, any of that, man. We have a power. It's Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh. He's our power that does that for us, man. Not these devils, man. All right?
Oh, when you go into that word, what's that scripture? Not ignorant of Satan's devices.
Oh.
When you go to that word, Satan, which is a Satanist, it goes into Satan-like man. So who does that fit? It don't fit the Arabs.
Yeah. It don't fit the Chinese man. It don't fit. It don't fit those individuals over there that's playing with shit all day. Okay, it's talking about Edomites. You got it out. Oh, can you go back to the Obadiah? Come.
This is
Yes.
This is Obadiah 1.
Here she come. Oh, you got it.
Obadiah 1. It says, the vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord, power concerning Edom.
Yeah, so power concerning Edom. And throughout this whole camp, we've been revealing who that individual is, called Esau Edom. And again, we're going to say it again, all right? It's a so-called self-proclaimed white man, the one who's in the ruler seat. End of story, man. Okay? You got it up.
It says, we have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is set among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle.
Yeah, as the brother was going into. Her in battle, all right? That great whore. And who's operating this place? Esau Edom, man. You got it out.
Verse 2, behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised.
Yeah, we hate them, okay?
Yep.
And soon enough, they're gonna show their true colors as well, man. All right, there's a lot of folly out here. You got it out.
It says, the pride of thine heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rock.
Yeah, because that's where they came from. All right? And they're gonna get sent back to their state, all right? To that low position, that cave beast. They're the original Flintstones, man.
Yep.
All right, grab a stick and hit each other, man. Let your hair grow, okay? They're gonna come back to that state of mind. Don't let that suit and tie, fool you, man. Don't let them, get in lineups and give you an apple and some muffins and some cookies and a job. Don't let all that shit fool you, man. Okay? At the end of the day, the Lord's gonna rescue us and avenge us from the hand of the enemy, man. Don't let none of this shit fool you. Okay? Remember, the fashion of this world is gonna pass away, man. The fashion of this world shall pass away. You got it out.
Yeah. Continuing on, it says, the pride of thy heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
He's still saying that today. Here it is. The earth was given into the hand of the wicked, and he is that wicked who's governing the earth right now through his laws, his policies, etc., etc. And he's saying in his heart, in his spirit, who shall bring me down to the ground? Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah is going to bring you down to the ground, man. Why do you think they're creating the 6 branches of the military, man? All right, all these little different type of satellites and space stations. They're trying to shoot lasers at chariots, missing like a motherfucker. Okay, you're not gonna win, Esau. You got it out.
Continuing on, it says, verse 4, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars.
That's another way to identify who this cracker is, who the devil is. Okay? This great whore, Babylon the Great, aka America. Who's operating America, man? This individual, all right? He set himself as an eagle. Ain't that the symbol of America, an eagle? A bald eagle?
Yep.
And one fun fact about eagles, I believe they're the only birds that fly the highest, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay? So his habitation is high. Looking down on everybody, preying on everybody, reaping everybody benefits. That's the spirit. Yeah, opportunist. Okay? All your same tactics is not gonna work no more, man. All right? See, we're gonna get those spiritual arrow and you're gonna get hit. And you're gonna fall right down to the ground and burn. Okay? You got it out. Oh yeah, come on.
Yeah, real quick. 1 Thessalonians chapter 2. I'm gonna read 3 and go down to 4.
It's like you. Can you start from the top?
Come.
That's it. I was gonna go there next.
Come. Let's read it. 1 Thessalonians. I'm sorry, it's like it. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 1. It says, now we beseech you, brethren, by the coming of our Lord Yahweh Shah HaMashiach.
He is coming back. All right. Hey, concerning what? 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter, can you also hold that? 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, can you hold that as well? Matthew 24. We see all these signs, man. All right. So is how can I put it? We believe that he's coming back, basically. We see all the prophecy. We see all the signs. All right? He can't contain himself. As the brother, the mind was going in earlier, his true colors is really starting to show. He's starting to just openly say things, do things. He's slipping up. All right? And he's gonna slip up so hard to the point to where he's gonna fall, man. All right? You got it out.
Good. It says, continuing on in verse 1, and by our gathering together unto him. Verse 2, that ye...
Oh, and it's not talking about the whole world, by the way. The whole world is not gathering unto Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua, man. What do you see? You don't see no Moabite camps standing by a fish market preaching the truth. You don't see no camps in Doodoo Town. All right? Come on, man. You got it up. The only thing that's going on is the people that's on this sign. That's who's preaching the truth, man. That's who's saying everything and revealing mysteries through Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua, man. To you people. Let me move this. There you go. You got it up.
I was in this same verse it says brethren. So it's talking about your fellow brother.
Yep.
And in the Greek it says ad phos, and it says a brother were born of the same two parents or only the same father or mother. So that's talking about your lineage. It's not talking about everybody, just like the brothers just bringing up. It's talking about fellow Israelites.
Right. And we didn't come from the same. We didn't come from the same lineage of Esau, Edom. Even though we was born in the same womb of the same father and mother, but the Lord had a clear distinction, all right? That he separated those two nations that was in the womb, all right? Different characteristics. Again, like I said earlier, we have different type of mannerism, characteristics. We're stronger. The whole nine, man. We are the salt of the earth. So it's a clear distinction on separation, man. Who's the chosen? And who was chosen to be saved and to be righteous, and who was chosen to die and be evil? That's his ass. Okay? Was that on that word?
Second definition says having the same national ancestor, belonging to the same people or countrymen.
Yep. And if we was of Esau or vice versa, he wouldn't be acting like this. Okay? Our story wouldn't be like this. But for Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua's sake, this is prophecy. It had to happen. All right? Because there's something going on that's greater than the cracker, man. Than the devil. All right? You continue on.
Verse 2, 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, and verse 2, it says, that ye be not soon shaken in mind, or be troubled.
Yeah, because certain things that he put out there concerning his laws, his policy, or whatever the case might be, it shakes a lot of individuals. But in this case, through Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua, it's not going to shake us. Because the scripture says what? Be rooted and built up. All right? We're reading that account, and I forgot, I believe it's in Luke, where he said, set their house upon a rock, man. So that's what you got to do with Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua. All right? So don't be soon shaken, man. Things are going to get only harder. Things are going to get nastier, okay? Things are going to get tougher. You're going to probably have to hop over hurdles. You're going to have some slip-ups, some ups and downs. But through Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua, man, you were able to get up. All right? You got it out.
Good. Verse 2 again, it says, that ye be not soon shaken in mind, or be troubled, neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letters asked from us, as that the day of Hamashiach is at hand.
Yeah, it's at hand. Because we can see this kingdom crumbling by the second. There's something new, or there's some type of new information that's coming out almost every single day on these devils, man. On this kingdom. Concerning war, concerning Russia, whatever the case might be, for this devil downfall. Everything is going to lead to salvation, destruction, and this this devil rulership to come to an end. All right? Simple as that. You got it out.
Verse 3, let no man deceive you by any means.
That's why you shouldn't trust your enemy, man. And listen to these false prophets, these other camps that's telling you to get the jab. That's telling you that volcanoes is gonna destroy America, that's telling you that the MOTB is some type of embargo. That's all madness, man. Telling you that there's a rebirth for Esau, that he's going to be continuing on and ruling for the next 1,000 years. That's all bullshit, man. That you can't find none of that information in the Bible. Okay? You got it out.
It says, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first.
That concerns us, man. We fell away from our Heavenly Father. Throughout, you can look in history, we failed. And ever since we were fallen, we've been into captivity after captivity after captivity. And they continuously killed us, man. All right? That didn't help us. They killed us. To the point to where we lost our way. We lost our heritage. Even though it was according to prophecy. But guess what? We've been woken back up. All right? You got it out.
And that man of sin be revealed,
He
the
is
son
being
of
revealed.
perdition.
The son of perdition. Yep. When you go into that word perdition, it just simply means destruction in the Greek. Okay? If you look around, even the earth is feeling the pain, man. All this damn concrete, the pollution in the air. There are islands, there's a trash that look like islands out there in the ocean, man. Oil spills, having people eating fucking bats and all types of shit. This is under his rulership, okay? The son of destruction, man. Not the son of life, the son of peace. It's the complete opposite, okay? You got it out.
Verse 4 says, who opposes and exalted himself above all that is called God.
Yeah, look at what I did. Look at what I've done. Get a stimulus check, nigga. Go to work, okay? All this shit coming to an end. You got it.
Or that is worship, so that he, as God, sitteth in the temple of God.
And that's why he's trying to push the MOTB according to Revelation, the 13th chapter, okay? Because he want to control you. He want to monetize you. He want to brand you. He want to own you, okay? He already looking at all of us that's on the sign as some type of cattle, all right? You got it out.
It says, showing himself that he is God. And you know, he did that with the image too of Caesar Borgia.
Yep.
That's still throwing all people off to this day.
And if you guys don't know who Caesar Borgia is, it's a nigga called Jesus Christ. And that's not his true name. That's the incorrect image, and that's the incorrect name. Again, their true names are Yahweh, which is the Heavenly Father, and the only begotten Son name is Yahweh Shai, man. Not no Jesus Christ, not no Buddha, not no Ahaya, no Yahweh, no Jehovah, not celebrities, or some nigga who woke up and think he's the Messiah. None of those things, man. Okay?
He's the original P. Diddy,
Yeah.
Cesare Borgia. He's the son of Pope Alexander VI. And, you know, he was known for doing all types of freaky acts, like having sex with his sister, man. And that's who you people worship today in the form of Jesus Christ. It also goes back to Serapis, too.
Yeah. And this is the individual that you guys trust? You got it out.
That was it.
Count. You got it.
This is
Okay.
This is Isaiah 14:12. It says, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground that didst weaken the nations?
You got it.
Right, and that's, you know, Lucifer isn't talking about the spiritual demon Satan. That's talking about a man on earth. All right, the word Lucifer just means light bearer. All right, who claims to be the Illuminati? All right, beginning with the wicked elites of Esau. Verse 13, it says, for thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. And how has Esau done that? With their satellites, you know, claiming that they went to the moon. All right?
A bold-faced liar.
Right.
Okay? He lied about everything.
Right.
Bywords and proverbs calling us Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. Nah, man. Your true identity is a Hebrew Israelite. And if you're from one of these tribes, man, that's who you are. If your spirit bears witness, okay, you got it out.
It says, I also will sit in the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north, which who is the congregation? The Israelites.
Yep.
All right, in the sides of the north, speaking of North America. All right.
Yeah, and this place is going to ultimately get destroyed.
Yep.
That's what it's going to lead up to. Okay? Is that it on that?
No, it's a little more. It says, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High.
He got that same mentality.
Yep.
Though he exalt himself as an eagle, the pride have lifted up on this nigga, man. And now he think he could do anything he wants, however he does it. And he's doing a horrible fucking job at it. Okay? You got it out.
Verse 15, yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit.
And you will. Okay? The grave. Back to your original state. Okay? Put your face on the earth. Okay? You got it
Right,
out.
if I could add, hell isn't talking about a place where you burn for eternity. All right, that's wacky-tacky Christianity. You know. Continuing on, it says, where was I at? Verse 16, they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened...
That's all he's done. Okay? Come on, man. We have a thing called, daylight savings. Okay? He's always trying to switch up certain times and laws. It came from fucking bats. Now it's coming from our very own people concerning the C-19. He's a fucking manipulator. He's a liar, man. Okay?
He's a gaslighter.
Yeah. He's a criminal. He's a gangster. Anything bad, man. That's who he is. He's coming to rob you and to kill you. You got it out.
That opened not the house of his prisoners.
Yeah. But guess who's gonna burst open that prison? Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shah. He's gonna avenge us. All right? He's gonna save us from the hand of the enemy. Now I know I'm gonna step down soon. Can you actually get that?
Yeah.
I know I called that one earlier.
Yeah. I got 1 John 2:17, which reads, and the world passeth away, and the lust thereof. But he that doeth the will of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai
Which is the whole-
abideth forever.
Yep, about it forever, which is the whole duty of man concerning Ecclesiastes, the 12th chapter in the last 2 verses, man. Okay? The best of your ability. Because it's not all about the law no more. All right? It's spiritual. You can't keep all the laws because we're in this fucked up prison. We're in captivity, man. Okay? You got it, all. Yeah, it's like, and the lust thereof. Yeah, all this gonna pass away, man. The fashion of this world is gonna pass away and die. It's gonna die out. It is dying out. There's certain holidays ain't really hitting no more. Okay? Ain't nobody getting together how they used to do back in the early 2000s, late 80s, late 90s. Nah, man, this place is drying up. It's withering away, man. Because Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shah is about to crack these skies. Okay? You got it out. Oh, that was it?
Yeah, that was
Got it. Well, I'm just step down for the next brother to speak.
It should be charged.
Get Revelation 17:16. Yeah, we're just gonna keep it going in the spirit, see what's going on in today's world. These prophecies are coming to, we're starting to finally see that domino effect, where one prophecy happens, the next one happens, the next one. Annexation of Greenland. Can't wait, man. Because I always think of this is equivalent to the annexation of Poland when Germany did that in World War II.
Yeah.
Because that's what really kicked it off. Hold on, World War II, the annexation of Poland, but also King Ferdinand.
That's one.
That was one.
Yeah.
Okay, King Ferdinand got dealt with.
Yeah.
And then that popped that off. I mean, shit, either or.
Kind of all the same war, really,
Kinda all
even
the same
to
war.
3.
Right, exactly. Because you see, King Ferdinand back in World War I, and Ukraine just sent drones to Putin's house
Yeah.
and attacked it. Zelensky claims that, we didn't do that. Because if you kill the king, that's like checkmate. That ends a war. But Putin is like, nah, I say otherwise. Next thing you know, now you saw what Russia did to Ukraine just recently. Send them ICBMs over in that bitch. Because really Russia could wipe them off the face of the earth, but like we always say, they're not trying to totally destroy Ukraine because that's their land. They're just trying to acquire it back. Like, just give it back to me. I want it back now. I don't want it back in pieces. But now you're trying me.
Not gonna fuck up your whole shit.
Exactly.
Everybody knows how much Ukraine is worth.
Right.
Land is so fertile. It's money right there. Why would you fuck up your money? Just like you said, I think you spoke about this 2 weeks ago. It's like a little brother just kicking his ass. That's all they're doing.
Freeze dried up. I think it's Revelation 16.
But yeah, like the brother was saying, man, every day we wake up, some more shit popping off. Like literally, it's just a couple of days. What, last week they took the old boy from Venezuela?
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden they're coming out with these stories about how only took 20 men with drones and shit. It's like,
Warfare's changed, bro.
it's changed, man.
Like I do heavy research and studying on that Ukraine-Russian war. It's backed. I just watched this other video today, and it was yeah. Hey man, I like the art of war. Just me, you know. I like the art of war. I like studying it, different tactics and combats and shit like that. I was watching Finland Special Forces, and they did like a joint training with Green Berets, the United States, and they said war. In the beginning of the video, they said war has been turning back conventional, but how the Green Berets operate is still very unconventional. And that's what you see with Venezuela. That was a very unconventional type warfare. Kind of reminds me when you do research going back to the Vietnam War, and you look at something called Agent Orange, you know, which pretty much they poisoned Vietnam, and they're still feeling the effects of it to this day. Go look up Agent Orange. You know, all them napalm strikes and shit that they were doing, all that had chemicals and stuff. And it was a very unconventional type warfare instead of conventional, like I line up, you line up, and we shoot. So America's not, in a sense, playing fair, you can say, when it comes to warfare. That's what you see in Ukraine now. It's still, in a sense, conventional, because when you study about World War I, read Revelation 9 and stuff like that, it was like conventional warfare. It was heavy with trench warfare in World War I. That's what you see in Ukraine right now, but they got these fucking drones now.
Yeah.
You got $30 million tanks going down the way, getting absolutely decimated by a couple $100 drones, strap some C4 to it, and it's done.
I got a quick one.
You got it, bro.
Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 5. It says, for every battle of the warrior with confused noise and garments rolled in blood.
Yeah. So that's what you would consider like conventional in a sense. All right? And I'm even talking, you could take this entire, I know what this precept's going into, but you could take this entire precept and it's still modern. Because at the end of the day, war is still fought by men. There's still going to be boots on ground. Yep. I know just like you said, it only took 20 men to take over. There's still 20 men boots on ground. I don't give a fuck. It's still a conventional way of doing things. The Lord is going to come very unconventionally.
Yeah.
That's why he says, and I'm not going to meet you as a man. That's why it says he neither lifted up hand nor sword. Everybody melted, turned to dust, like it speaks about in 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter. Laser beams, damn it! You know, it's very unconventional. What we have in the military, what they call is extraction zones, where you get. Matter of fact, there's a movie called that with Chris Hemsworth or whatever. Thor dude.
Yeah.
Them fucking movies are good. There's some good ass movies, but it's called Extraction. And in every single one of those movies, you have to get to a certain point to get extracted. How we're gonna get extracted is gonna be very unconventional. Beamed up in a father shit. That's why it says that in Wisdom of Solomon. It's strange.
Strange of their salvation.
Because it's unconventional. It's something that's never been seen before. You know, when the scriptures say there's no new thing under the sun, I tell you, that's going to be something new to see. You know?
Precept.
So like I was gonna say, we've never seen it before, but there's accounts of it in
Yeah,
the
it's a lot.
scripture.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
No.
Because even Yahweh Shai went up like that.
And
Elijah. I think Elijah.
The whirlwind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Elijah.
Enoch
Yep.
Yeah.
got caught up. You know, Habakkuk got caught up.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Of course, Yahweh Shai got caught up. I don't think Ezra was caught up.
Oh, that was Habakkuk.
Daniel. Yeah, for Daniel. Yep. You know. So yeah, it's a lot.
No, because that one is gonna be the greatest one ever.
Yeah.
Because that's gonna be the Lord coming back.
Right.
Like you said, that ship that's as big as a mountain. And you're gonna be. He's talking about the elect going up. That's gonna be a hell of a sight.
And he
going up and the missiles coming down.
He's making like that on purpose. Because
great.
he wants the scene. He wants
drama.
the Lord. He likes the drama, theatrical.
Yeah.
You know, that's where you get the word God, Theos.
Theos.
You know, theatrical. He likes the theater of things, so he's gonna make it a scene. You know, spectacle. Fireworks are gonna be popping off. You know, literally. The elect gonna get beamed up, celebrating. You know, yeah, finish that off.
It says,
And then we'll get your precept.
it says, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
Start it over again.
Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood.
Yep.
But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
Yep. All of that is modern. But I get what it's saying. There is going to be a difference from old times to modern day. But that whole script is still considered modern. You can consider that modern today. Because it's still going to be garments rolled in blood.
Yeah.
When Yahweh Shai comes back, his garment's going to be rolled in blood. You know? Because it says like he's going to be stepping in a wine press. You know? So that's from Basra. That's still a garment rolled in blood. So it's still modern what it's going to be today. But as you see it, kind of like how war has progressed over time, in this few hundred years, it's changed. Going from, let's go all the way back to 1776.
Yeah.
You see how they, and then you shoot, and then I shoot, and then we charge. It's called the rules of engagement. You know, there's always been some type of, you know, back in that time, they played it like chess. Like, okay, it's your move, then it's my move, then it's my move, then it's your move, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, and really that the Revolutionary War kind of changed that shit. You can go watch that movie, The Patriot.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
That's they started guerrilla warfare.
Yeah.
Which was unconventional. But who always starts that shit?
Which they got from
Fucking
Gad.
them. Exactly. Because Gad was fucking them up like that. Go watch The Revenant.
Yeah.
You know, they was up in the trees.
Oh yeah, that was a great.
Yeah.
Great fucking movie.
Great movie.
I just seen it a couple weeks ago.
Oh, you did.
First,
That's why he won an Oscar finally off of that shit.
Watch that movie. You ain't seen it?
Go watch that
You
shit.
seen it?
yeah.
I might be. I'm not sure.
Leonardo
It's been out for a
DiCaprio,
while,
Go
though.
watch that shit. Great fucking movie. And what's that other show? Prime.
Oh, American Primeval.
Yeah, American Primeval. It shows how Gad get down too.
Yeah.
You know, but the only way to beat Gad was
Last of
by.
the Mohicans. Slack.
No, you got it. You got it. The only way to beat Gad was through an unconventional manner. Esau's always coming with a new tactic of war that is in a sense of cheating. That's not really a part of the rules of engagement, in a sense. That's why things have become very unconventional. Like when this all hell breaks loose here, it's not gonna, you gotta think outside the box. We understand these roads and streets and highways were made for the military, for tanks to come rolling down. But understand there's gonna be different tactics gonna be used, different technologies, different, you know, now we're talking drone warfare. You're not safe inside of your own fucking house at this point. You know what I'm saying?
You saw the see inside the house.
Yep.
Yeah. You know, we had the thermal images and all that extra shit.
All that shit.
Ain't no running away from it. That's why the Lord put Esau in that position.
Yep.
Jake think they're gonna get away and hide in zone 1 some shit somewhere.
Nah.
You ain't hiding in the trap.
Nah.
You see them two niggas. It's two niggas that's always online with a drone fucking with young niggas on the block.
No.
What he'll do, he'll get a drone and he'll put like a Bluetooth speaker on that shit, and he'll just be flying over gas stations or some shit, talking shit to niggas. Yo,
You can't do shit.
Post that one. I need to see that.
if I see it again, I'll share it with you. But these two niggas is always fucking with Jake.
That's some GTA shit.
That's funny.
Last one I
was
saw,
on
it
Purge,
was,
too.
it was like 5 niggas, YNs, posted up at a McDonald's somewhere, and they was talking shit to him. Yo, that shit was. Next time I see it, I'll send it to you. That shit was just fucking hilarious.
Shit different, man.
Even the trolling is different. Jake can put on a fucking drone and just go talking shit.
Right. It's different, man. Like, this is another way to describe that Jacob's trouble. It's gonna be bad. Because it's gonna be extremely unconventional. It's not gonna be it's not gonna be a war that we've ever seen before, and you can see it rallying up. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
You see that ICE stuff going up in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
And,
Well, I spoke on it earlier in the week. Philadelphia came up against
Oh, yeah, that's right.
the ICE as well. And I was like, damn, that's state number 2. Or city number 2.
big
In Portland.
Portland did it too?
Yeah.
Oh, see?
Because somebody died the next day after Renee,
So I didn't even
which
catch
is
that.
Renaissance. Yeah. Isaiah 28:21. For the Lord shall rise up as in Mount Perazim. He shall be wroth as in the valley of Gibeon, that he may do his work, his strange work, and bring to pass his act, his strange act.
Oh,
No, you got it.
No, I was gonna say, like you're saying, is the point of the matter was the strangeness. You know, there's gonna be new ways. That's why when you study the scriptures, study warfare via the Bible, because the Bible gives you tactics. Look at King David's tactics when he was with Joab. Look at King David's evasive tactics when he was getting away from King Saul. What did he do? How did he conduct himself? Where did he go? What did he say? Because even the evasive tactics, he necessarily didn't get hand-to-hand combat, but it's still tactical movements that he had. Then study on how he fought. Study how Gideon fought. Study on how Samson fought. You know, study the Maccabeans' tactical warfare and how they conducted themselves. Read the book of Judith, because that book is tactical. That book is very tactical. Studies on how Yahushua was tactical. Fuck it. Yahushua was tactical. Why else would he tell us, pray that your flight not be in the winter?
Yeah.
Why else would he tell us to flee into the mountains? So these words are very vague, but it makes you understand, like, camping.
Yeah.
Flee to the mountains. Well, start getting acquired to the wilderness. Start getting acclimated to the wilderness. Understand how it works. Understand how to fish. Understand how to, in a sense, hunt. You don't have to, you know. But understand your layout, your terrain, where you live. You know, we're in GA. Understand it's very hilly and trees, things of that nature. It's a different situation in Colorado.
Yeah.
It's a different situation up in New York. Different situation down in Texas. In flatlands. Not here. You know. To be honest, man, I'll be 100, man. If it were to pop off now, I want to be in GA.
Yeah.
Way more hiding spaces where you can go, you can literally do what it says in the scripture of fleeing into the mountains.
Yeah.
What's that? He was a bomber. What was his name?
Red Baron?
Eric Robert Rudolph.
Oh, yeah, he was in the mountains.
Hiding in the fucking mountains
Yeah.
for like damn near 20 years or some shit.
For a
Until
while.
they finally caught his ass. Fucking Ted Kaczynski too was hiding
Yeah.
in the fucking mountains. So beautiful.
You know? And then on top of
Good
that,
movie too. You ever seen that movie 10K? 10K is a good movie. 10K is a good fucking movie. It's way ahead of its time.
and you gotta remember too, why else would Yahushua say flee to the mountains? Don't the book of Job say the beasts of the field should be in league with thee? So what else is in the mountains?
Yeah.
Bears.
There's one specific thing that I want y'all. There's one specific answer that I want. Anyone can answer it. Why, when I say, okay, now I said, okay, the beasts of the field are in league with me, but what's in the mountains?
Bears.
Okay, cool.
No Lions.
All right, that's great. Job 40.
Oh,
Behemoth. Behemoth. Doesn't it say the fir trees hide them?
Rose in the tree. Yep.
Yep. Go watch that movie, Pete and the Dragon. Little Disney movie. Very good though, because that no one could find that dragon but Pete.
yeah.
And when that dragon was in the wilderness, it was invisible until it revealed itself to Pete. Behemoth is going to do the same thing. All up there in the Seattles, because that's a big ass mountain range going from like New Mexico all the way up to Oregon and shit.
Mm-hmm.
There's a game where I used to play when I was young. It's called the Oregon Trail.
I just mentioned it earlier.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Did you? Yeah. Oregon Trail. I used to play the shit out of that when I was young.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah, that was a good game.
You know. And then you have over here the Appalachians. Damn sure,
Yeah.
damn right. You know, and really Behemoth kind of describes like a dinosaur. You know, when you look at it. So they're on Earth. They're just hidden.
That's why Esau come up with the Godzilla movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All that.
Jurassic Park.
That's where he get all that shit from. He get all that from the scriptures.
Everything. You know. Will you finish? Reread your precept and we'll move forward from that. Go back to Revelation 17 and 16. Because we're, you know, shit happening, bro. Shit happening.
Isaiah 28:21.
Yeah.
For the Lord shall rise up as in Mount Perazim. He shall be wroth as in the valley of Gibeon.
Wroth meaning, get that word wroth real quick, because I know it's like angry,
Yeah.
you know, but let's just get let's get the etymology or whatever, you know.
From the Etymon, Old English, angry. Evil. Or from French, Old Frisian.
But it said evil?
Yeah, it says evil.
Doesn't the scripture say who should not in the city, just loosely paraphrasing, should bring evil onto a
Yeah.
city? Who should not done it? Just loosely paraphrasing? Yes. Yeah, that's why they called the Lord back in the day, terrible. You know? Alashadja in the Hebrew means a terrible, deep, demon-like power. You know?
Yeah.
Why would they explain the Lord as a demonic power? Because he can be that. And he can do that.
Yeah.
And he will do that. That's why it said wrath, which you got the etymology, which means evil, you know, but it's just at the end of the day. You got it?
Righteous.
From
Righteously.
From Old Saxon, red, which is W-R-E-D, and that means cruel.
Ooh. So it says he's going to be wrath. So when you're cruel, that means no mercy is shown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was no mercy shown to us. Think you gonna get mercy? Not a fat chance.
Yeah.
Not a chance,
And that's what it says in the dictionary when you look up Edom. The only nation that won't receive any mercy from the Lord.
And Esau, you wrote that book.
Yep.
Stupid ass.
You know? Revelation 17 and 16. Because, I don't know, man, I still want to go into tactics, you know?
Right.
I'm not gonna lie, because I was just, you know, like I said, I was watching a little video of Finland and the Green Berets linking up, and I was watching how they move, their tactics. You know
what's a good movie dealing with the tactics is the siege at Jadotville. I think it's called. It's on Netflix.
Gotta watch it.
Great movie. Basically, the Irish. This was back in like before we were trying to prevent like World War III from popping up back in like I can't remember the year, but they set up the UN had appointed the Irish to protect something dealing with the Congo, something dealing with diamonds or some shit. They were the only nation that was neutral at that time. I think they only had like 50 to 100 troops or some shit like that, and they had to strategically hold down that area without giving away. It's a great movie. Obviously, they were overcome, but still the fight. I think it's based off a true story too, if I'm not mistaken. but they had this. They were known. They knew they were outnumbered, right?
Yeah.
But their commander, the guy that was in charge of them, their leader, they said he had read every book on warfare. But he's never been to war. So they were kind of in doubt. But his mind was like, he knew every fucking war tactic.
Get Psalm
that was on
144.
there. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I think his right hand man was like, listen, just watch.
Gotcha.
Fuck.
Man,
It's a
I
great
got-
movie, man. Today's a movie day, brother.
Yeah. Say
Yeah.
again, what was the name of it?
Yeah, that one. That right there. The Siege of Janesville. That's
Okay, I'll catch you.
I'll go to the chat.
Yeah. Psalm 144, and you know what I want, right?
Verse 1.
Yeah. Get that.
So,
yeah.
Psalm chapter 144 and verse 1. Blessed be the Lord, Yahweh, my strength, which teaches my hand to war and my fingers to fight.
Yeah, like how we even teach when we say like just read the Bible. You know, you may not have the full understanding or of everything of it right then and there, but the Lord is going to open your pineal gland up to it eventually. But if you haven't read it, then how can He give you that understanding or whatever? So same thing. A lot of bros, let me not say a lot of bros. Let me just say a lot of people don't know how to fight. They don't know combat skills. They don't know tactics. They don't know like being out in the wilderness. They don't know how to fish. They don't have. Watch a video on it. You don't have to necessarily go out and do it. Watch a video on how to light a fire. Watch a video on how to change a tire. Watch a video on how to change your oil. Whatever. Just get like a whole bunch of fucking information. Some of them try to actually do. And if you don't have the funds or the means or the time to do something else, just watch it. You know? I don't box. But damn sure I'll be watching that shit. I know all the boxers' names, all that shit. Next thing you know, the Matrix. Sit your ass down and they just put a fucking, they downloaded that shit in them. And the next thing you know, Neo's just out here, you know, Bruce Lee and shit.
Yeah. I know jujitsu.
It's just this, right? Like in boxing, like I'm not I don't box myself. I like the sport. I pay attention to it, right? When you know what to look for.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, a couple years ago when we watched the Errol Spence and Bud Crawford fight, I told the brother Dawada, I'm standing right next to him. And I said, watch. I said, I told him exactly how the fight was going to end.
Yeah.
I said, he's going to catch him with an uppercut. He caught his ass with because I was like, that's how I would take him down. I'm like, every time they was, going back and forth, I said, he going to get him with the uppercut. He going to get watch. I was like, watch, just watch. Because, like you say, you pay attention, you might watch a video or some shit, and it just clicks. You start to see certain patterns. Like, you know what? That's when I would get him.
Yeah.
That's when I would hit him with that uppercut. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Guess what? Knock his ass out with that uppercut.
You know, I'm glad you brought that out. Because,
it's like even with the Canelo fight.
yeah.
I knew Canelo was going to lose as soon as it started because he did what he fought the right way. He got in, he got the fuck out.
Yeah.
I had to give it to him. That's how you would fight somebody like Canelo. You
Yeah.
get in, you're not going to knock him out.
Yeah,
You got to win on the scorecard.
Right.
He went in there, he got his points, he got the fuck out.
Yeah.
But I was watching that shit, I was like, yo, this nigga's going to win.
And you know, it's like with that, like you look at Terrence Crawford's training, Homac.
Yeah.
This big 800-pound motherfucker,
But he knows stuff.
but he know his shit though.
He was on it. He was educated.
You see? So just because you may not do it or whatever doesn't mean the Lord can't teach you when that time comes.
Right.
He could just put that athleticism on your ass.
Get
I'll get it.
1 Corinthians 3.
Okay.
Basically going into that. The Lord to give the increase at the time. But
Yeah.
plant the seed. You can plant your own seed sometimes.
Yeah.
That Lord give you the increase. You might have seen some shit. Like for instance, I bring this up, every now and then, but my favorite show is The Walking Dead, right? And there was a scene, one of the episodes where I forget the dude with the mohawk, the geek dude, which he lied about it the whole time. There was a part in there where they had to filter some water, and he grabbed a plastic bottle. He was putting all kinds of pebbles, sand, and shit in there. And he's basically building a filter.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, I saw that shit. It stuck.
Yeah.
always stuck. All right, there's certain, you know, you gotta flip it upside down. Yeah. You gotta put the sand and shit in there. The rocks
This brother
on
Yeah,
taught it.
charcoal. Yeah, they that class
Oh
we
yeah,
had.
yeah.
We were trying to.
Yep. I got
Go
you.
ahead.
1 Corinthians 3:5, it says, "Who then is Paul, and who is Apollos, but ministers by whom ye believed, even as the Lord gave to every man." Verse 6, it says, "I have planted, Apollos watered, but the Most High gave the increase."
That's it. Most High give the increase. You know, like you saying, like going back to the reading thing, right? I remember when I first came across the truth and I read Matthew, the first chapter, the understanding of being an Israelite. I didn't get the part where it said he make her known to public or something like that.
Yeah, okay, I got you.
I didn't understand that at first, and I read that like 100 times.
Yeah.
About like a year into, knowing, oh shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you read it 100 times, and it just doesn't. I didn't
Doesn't
see
resonate
it.
yet.
I didn't get it. That 101 time I read it, I was like, yo, he was already popular. That's how that works.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure that happened with all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. There's things that you just, and then next thing you know. Yeah, so finish off that Psalm 144. Oh yeah, we have the precept.
Word.
Oh, okay, we can go there. Reread it. Because that's why Apostle Kahar pushes that so much with being a well-rounded individual. And like I always say, oh no, go ahead.
Just add to your point you just made about being a well-rounded individual. I was watching a movie called The Chamber.
Got it right in the
It's
chamber.
movie
Okay.
day. It's movie day, right?
Yeah.
Should've
It's,
brought some popcorn.
Gene Hackman and Chris O'Donnell. That's like a 90s movie.
Oh, Robin. Yeah.
Yeah. But I found out this week that the KKK and the Little Hats, what you call them? Tiny Tots?
Tiny Tots. Yeah.
That they were actually beefing back in the early 1900s.
Yeah.
It was actually back, I didn't know that. I looked into it, I was like, yo, Esau been hating on Amalek.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that hate has always been there. That's how you know that he's the wicked one of the Bible, man.
That's why they had Leo Frank.
Yep.
That goes back to like the 1930s or 40s. He's tiny top that like he actually was.
Yeah.
He was diddling all these little girls or something, and Esau came and took him away. But this
the one
all
they hung, right?
formed, huh?
He's the one they hung, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They lynched him, and this all formed the that organization, not APAC, whichever, ADL. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it all got formed
That's how
from
it-
all that stuff.
See, I didn't even know that. But I had, just by watching the movie, I was just like, because I was telling him, sometimes I'll watch a movie and I'll look into this shit. I'm looking up the plot and like, is this real? And I was like, yo, this is some real shit. Learn something new. And hey, guess what? Write it out. Y'all brothers might go home.
Man, I'm gonna have to watch that. Cause I didn't know none of that.
I didn't either, but I was like, yo, they was really beefing. And there was a part in there, he was like, yeah, Gene Hackman was in prison. He was like, yeah, man, you should have left them J's alone. Just kept fucking with the niggas. I was like, yo, shit's wild, man. But it was a great movie, though. I recommend it.
Kind of same thing as that American Primeval.
Yeah.
Then you really understand like the school BYU and
Yeah.
the school Utah Utes.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh fuck, man, these schools and universities are some mocking ass fucking places.
Yeah.
So I'm like, damn, I don't want to watch another football game by y'all
Unless they're getting trampled.
unless they're getting destroyed. But man, I'm gonna have to catch that, bro. Reread that and then we'll move forward.
God. Psalm chapter 144, verse 1.
And all this is going into the tactics.
It's different tactics.
Different tactics,
So I'm
man.
pretty sure that they were using tactics as well back in the 1900s to go against the Little Hats.
Mm-hmm. And then they push propaganda. Like I learned about this in school in like 4th grade. And I had that in my mind, like, oh, they get persecuted just like us.
Yeah.
And I grew up thinking that up until,
Like even
Yeah.
even when I was in school, I think like I want to say middle school time frame, like when you hit the 7th grade, 6th, 7th grade in my area where I grew up in Texas, it was known that like when you hit like the 7th grade, you have to take this one trip down to like downtown Dallas, and you have to view the Holocaust Memorial.
Oh, really?
Like they have like a whole little museum.
Damn.
And they'll just they beat it into you.
They
like,
do.
You know, because I remember when like because there was another. These are like moments that stick with you because they're like stepping stones in life. Another one, like when I'm from Texas, right? So when you hit the 5th grade, when I hit the 5th grade, it was a big trip that all 5th graders would take, and we all had to go, in a sense, camping for a week. And we would
That's cool.
we would live in cabins and stuff like that, and we'd be outside every day. We'll kayak, fish, all that shit. But everyone knew when you hit the 5th grade, that's what you're going to do. Everyone knew when you hit the 7th grade, you're going to see the tiny hats, quote unquote, history. And then it make you feel like, oh, well, I guess slavery wasn't that bad. You know, when you come to the realization of the Bible and the truth, none of that shit really happened to them. You know?
I was gonna say, I mean, when I was coming up, I don't know what grade it was, I forgot. But it was required, we had to watch that movie Schindler's List.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Us too.
Yeah, I had to watch that shit.
They had
too.
to play that shit.
Yep.
And then you come to find out these you know who's funded the transatlantic slave trade. So how persecuted are they?
Yep, exactly. We had to study about Helen Keller and
Bitch in the attic.
yeah, and the bitch in the
Yeah.
attic.
Oh, what was in that? Yeah, what was in that?
And
Frank.
Yeah.
That bitch was in the attic being freaky, man.
Bro, in the attic being free. Because
Yeah.
now there's pictures surfacing of Anne Frank like at the beach and shit like that in her bikini and shit. Like, but I'm like, man, whatever, man. You come to the realization all that shit was tactic.
Yeah.
That's propaganda is tactics, is warfare. That's warfare. And that's an unconventional type of warfare. You know? So last time we
Psalm chapter 144 and verse 1. Blessed be the Lord Yahweh, my strength, which teaches my hands to war and my fingers to fight.
Yeah, because that was King David. This is a psalm of King David. All right? Because when he went up against Goliath, he was the smallest out of the bunch. He was the weakest out of the bunch. But he had the most faith, and the Lord taught him how to war and how to take this guy down. I always read this specific detail in the David and Goliath when he went to the brook to get the stone. He didn't just go and get a stone off the ground, which would be jagged. He went to the brook where water consistently running over the stone to make that stone circular, smooth, and aerodynamic.
Erosion.
Exactly. So over time, it's just a smooth stone. So I want to whip that motherfucker. Cause you gotta understand trajectory of bullets.
It was probably spinning,
Yes.
cutting inside the skull.
Exactly.
Of the bone.
How did he kill him with one shot? You gotta understand the trajectory of bullets. Bullet drop, bullet velocity, length, all of that.
He didn't go get a big ass brick and say, yo, I'm gonna get this big ass brick to do Debo.
Right.
He didn't do the Debo with the brick. He went and got a little stone that probably about this, you know, this size. It's gonna fly.
It's gonna fly.
That shit probably was down there to that damn that hand sign right.
Right.
Flung that shit all the way over there.
And we see them YouTube videos of that one guy.
Yeah.
He will wow, wow, and you hear it. Wow. It's like a
Echoes.
big ass whip echo. Like, god damn, bro. But he
And he like spins with it.
Yeah, and he spins.
Puts
and
all that
it's
torque
accurate.
on there. Yeah.
Yeah, he torque, exactly. Another, you look at the bullets, you look at the cars. All right, let's see. You see these cars passing. Look at this Jeep, right? That red Jeep. It's a box on wheels. Do you think that was built to go fast? No, and it's not fast. I've owned one before. It's not fast, but it's built for a different purpose. It's rugged, all right? You want to go fast? Look at this fucking Lambo going down the street, or look at this Ferrari going at. They're sleek, they're slanted, they're aerodynamic. You know? Yeah, like look at it's a. You see the coupe? So when that air flows over, the hood all the way down, it flows over the top of that, and then it hits the spoiler on the back. That air pushes the car down and keeps it planted to the earth, so it has good handling.
Yeah.
A Jeep you ain't gonna get that from a fucking Jeep Wrangler. So that's why tactics, warfare. He's like, I can pull this jagged fucking rock with all these angles and shit, and it's not gonna flow through the air. Or I can go in that brook and get this smooth rock that's gonna, like a fucking laser beam, straight into his shit. You know, warfare. Study about it. Study tactics. You know, but the Lord taught David that. You know, he put the spirit on him to do that. You could be I've met so many bros in this truth from different states, wherever. You know, talk to some bros across the country. Not every bro, including myself. Like, I don't know how to box. I've done Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but I don't know how to. I'm not really that good with my hands. I'm gonna sit here and be honest. But I watch it. Who's to say the Lord doesn't trigger me in that day when you need it?
Remember I did that did a class a couple years ago. I was basically the topic was kind of like know your place in the truth.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, certain brothers is gonna be set up as guardians, protectors of the kingdom. You know what I mean? And it's gonna be the Lord gonna put the spirit on that man. Dog in that thing, bro. Like, it could be shit. It probably be this brother right here. You don't know.
Any one of us.
But the spirit, Lord gonna put the spirit on us to activate us in these days, man.
Yep. But just be a well-rounded individual and have these things and download shit into your mind. Right. Download things into your mind. Download situations in your mind. Broaden your imagination. Understand when this thing pop off, it's going to be very unconventional. It's not going to be what you know what war is today. Right. You watching war is today. War today is changing every day.
Yeah.
This is it's becoming weird to me.
Yeah.
It's becoming weird because I don't get that far into it, but you know, I seen shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, so it's like what I experienced is not the same as what the fuck is going on now, and I'm like, fuck this shit. You know, it's different. You know, get your precept.
The thing that it's been hath been. There's no new thing under the sun. Because trench warfare, I didn't think that was ever going to come back.
That motherfucker came back with a vengeance.
And now they're using trench guns and shotguns to do that. It's crazy.
This is like, what's that damn game? Whack-a-mole? Just whoop, whoop, because that's what trench warfare is.
Yeah.
Just whoop, whoop, whoop. You know? You ducking fucking and dodging bullets. I saw one video, and now we'll get to this. But real quick, I saw one video. Dude was on like a tank, and he was on the 50 cal. Dot, 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 dot. And then you just see a shell just right over his head. You see that shit? I'm like, oh, you know what? Fuck that shit.
That check this. I was watching that movie Fury yesterday.
Oh, I love that movie.
Fucking great movie, bro.
I'm sorry.
That movie.
I had a little bit of time this week.
Exit kid.
But the driver of the tank in the opening scene, I don't know if they call him a driver, but he was steering or whatever. I think he had his head blown off. Because you know they got the little port where you could drive like this.
Yeah.
You see him driving like this with his head hanging out to see everything.
Yeah.
And I think when they were taking him out the tank, he ain't had no head.
Yeah.
So that just reminded me of that.
Yep.
And that's who the kid replaced,
That's
right?
the kid replaced. Yeah.
And that's another great movie, Psalm 144, because the kid, he had a desk job.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how to do none of this shit. And they're like, get your fucking ass in there. And he had to be in there as the gunner.
That was fucking. You know what? I'm glad you said that too. Because in the movie, which I think is, because I looked it up too. I looked up who was War Daddy. And this nigga was known as, he was a fucking man in the tank. You gonna say something?
His whole war career too,
Right?
Because he went from Africa to like he did the whole war basically.
Right.
Like,
Yeah. But they were saying in the movie that Germany was kicking America's ass as far as tanks, they were whooping them.
Because their technology.
Yeah,
was-
that's what
Yeah.
they couldn't keep up with the technology. I'm pretty sure it was the same thing in the oceans too, with the submarines.
Yeah.
Yes.
America couldn't keep up with German submarines,
Yeah.
tanks,
Mhm.
planes, probably.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you're talking about reading, studying different things, because the Lord might bring it out of you,
Yeah.
which triggered me, or Lord triggered, educate,
I was just
the
about
word.
to say,
Apostle Gabar brings it up all the time, so I got it here from the etymon, which educate is to bring up or to train, and then you go down to the from educare or Italian, where it is to draw out or unfold the powers of the mind,
So, what does that mean?
to bring it out of you.
But what does that mean? It means it was already there.
Yeah.
It was already there. That's why I love that scripture in Romans, the 2nd chapter, around verse 13. It says, the ones who are without the law do by nature the things that are contained in the law,
Yeah.
because it's an inclination. The word inclination means a natural tendency to do something. Every Israelite here has a natural tendency to serve the Lord, to want to serve the Lord. That's why all Israel is going to be saved at the end of the day. Of course, it's going to come in different ways, of course. But there's a natural something of the Lord within inside of them that the Lord can activate through anybody. Why else do you think there's going to be 11th hour Israelites?
Yeah.
Because it's going to be activated. The switch is going to, it's going to be, I saw a quick clip of John Jones, and he was at like this little signing thing, and this like bodybuilder came up and started being frantic on him. He's like, yeah, you really ain't shit, and blah, 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 blah. And John Jones was like, all right, here goes another guy. I think he can, he's like, whatever, man, just go on, go up the way. And then the bodybuilder said, yeah, you can't have your brothers come, you can't have your brothers step up for you now. One of his brothers died. And John Jones, you just saw in his face, it just switched. Like,
Free Palestine.
he was like, enslave white people.
And they run away.
But it's like, look, we're not even protesting that. Like,
Yeah.
Who the fuck said?
That was Amalek.
all year,
It was
bro.
Amalek.
Yeah,
Nobody said that last year. Nobody saying that shit this year.
like it's dead now, bro. But in that clip, you saw him just switch.
Right.
But there was something that was drawn out. It just, and then he ended up telling the people that were holding the bodybuilder back. He said, "No, let him go. Let him go. Let him step." And then the bodybuilder's dude who was talking shit, whole demeanor changed. Because it's like, now you got a free fucking lane to come to me. Now what? Because everybody knows John Jones is about. He'll fuck your shit off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He doesn't care how big you are. He'll kill you, real shit. That he's a warrior, man.
His name ain't Bones for a reason.
Right. But something got to be brought out of you. And there's something that's inside of each and every single one of us that's going to trigger. The scriptures talk about the gifts of the Spirit. You have a gift. You may not know exactly the intricacies and the details of it, but when that time hits, when crucial time, you have a gift. You have a gift. And you get a gift. You get a gift. Everyone gets it. All right. But, everyone has a gift inside of them that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to trigger. It's going to be a fire in your spirit. Next thing you know, you out. Your gift might just be healing people.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit. And you will never know. Like, the most, I don't want to say the word feisty, but like the most big, bad, brawly Israelite that may just be healing people. Maybe have the most gentle gift ever.
Yeah.
And the most gentle person is going to have blood on his face. The whole thing of shoulder. Just fucking shit up.
Isn't that scripture say that the feeble ones should be like King David?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
The feeble one should be like King David, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, yes. You don't know, man. You just don't know. So just be well-rounded, and the Lord's gonna end up getting that gift. Get Revelation 17:16. It's giving some prophecy.
Revelation chapter 17 and verse 16. and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast. These shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate.
Warfare. Warfare. You know? Warfare. This is gonna happen, man. We're seeing these countries hating on the United States. The United States is pulling out of the UN. You know, all these countries have statements against the United States and what they just did with Venezuela. Now what they're trying to do with Greenland. And you remember when Trump first got into office, he was talking shit on Canada when he broke that NAFTA deal with Mexico and Canada. And what can these countries say or do? Nah, shit. Because they can't go against America one-on-one. They'll get fucked up. You saw what happened in Venezuela. America has just drained the entire earth to where no one can go against them one-on-one. 1 versus 2, 1 versus 3. All these niggas got a gang up on America. All, like, literally, there's no other way. That's what the scriptures say.
Yeah.
There's literally no other way. And we're going to see it. We're going to watch it. You know? We're going to be in it. But this is warfare. It's tactic. All right? It's tactics. And there's more. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, tactics are playing out right before our eyes.
Boom.
Like the Greenland thing is a move. The Gulf of America was a move.
Yep.
None of this shit that DJ Trump is doing is he's not winging it. Trust me. You better believe that those that are in true power are making him do certain things.
Yeah.
You know, like the scriptures say, they all going to turn against him.
Yeah.
All these other nations are going to shoot arrows at your missiles.
Yep.
We're living in this shit, hoping to get the fuck out before it happens.
Yep.
You know, like going back to the Yahweh Shah coming back on that chariot, man. We're hoping to get up out of here, man.
Yeah.
You know,
Man.
who wants to taste the missile, man?
Right. We're trying to get to that extraction zone, you know? That's another thing, right? We can study the tactics of war and these Edomites all day, but understand how Israelite warfare works. We work in the spirit, you know, flesh and blood. Like I said, what's that, Ephesians? You know, though we war with flesh and blood. Y'all brothers know it.
Yeah. We get it.
You know, it's not clicking in my head right now, but y'all brothers know it. You know what I'm saying? This is a spiritual. Matter of fact, get Romans. Get Romans. I think it's either chapter 7 or 8 where it talks about. Okay, yeah, I'm close up here. Where it talks about the flesh is enmity.
Flesh and spirit.
Yeah.
Flesh and spirit always war. It says they work against each other.
Yeah. It's warfare. You battle with yourself every single day. You got to understand the tactics of spirituality, man, and how to combat that against this flesh, because the flesh is what's trying to bring you down. You got to combat that. It's a particular way you do it as well, you know. And if you're overly consumed by the flesh, that's enmity to the Most High, which is you declaring war against the Lord. But if you understand the tactics and the warfare of the Lord, you're gonna lose.
It also says that the flesh leads to death.
The flesh leads to death. That's right.
Yeah.
That's the end all be all. That's the outcome, and it's written. So that's what it is. If you want to dip and dabble into that lifestyle or into the flesh, be careful what you ask for, or be careful what you do. You know, if you can't find it, that's fine.
I got Ephesians 6 for you.
Yeah, get Ephesians 6. So we'll just close it on that, because that will close off on pretty much the warfare, the tactics that we're talking about right now. Go ahead.
Ephesians 6 verse 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might.
Yep.
Put on the whole armor of the Most High,
Yep.
that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
Yep.
For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Yep.
Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Most High, that you may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand, stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. And take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of the Most High.
Speaking of warfare, just name it. The helmet, the shield,
Breastplate.
breastplate. Prepare for this war that's coming. When we prepare spiritually. Prepare spiritually, that's all we can do. The only weapons we have is prayer and faith. You know, we're not telling anybody to go be carnal or anything. We're just saying that, think about it. Have that thought in your mind of certain scenarios.
Hey, if I may say, how you rule your spirit, since we live in the carnal realm, how you rule your spirit will reflect in the carnal side. That's why the scriptures say it in Matthew the 6th chapter. Pretty much to do things in secret, and he will reward you openly, so everybody else can see. So how you prepare your spirit is what it's going to be seen on the outside.
Yeah, so, you know, hopefully this was an edifying camp, and we're going to go ahead and close up, giving all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
Double honor to our apostles and our elders of Great Millstone. Peace and safety to the Hakim out there pushing the word of truth sincerely. Shalom.
Shalom.